Captain's Log. Stardate February 3rd, 2024. A phrase as old as time. One that's especially applicable here. Never meet your heroes.
Whoa. I've never watched this weirdo who's into feet.
Oh, I did, you piece of shit smoothie.
Hey, fuck you. Fuck you. You no one talks to me like that.
I'll talk to you like that after you left me on Mars with a demon invasion.
I did no such thing.
Pineapple, you still owe me all that money after you destroyed my ship.
Don't you have insurance, Delta?
Yeah, but it didn't cover all of it. You know how expensive gigantic battleships are?
Exactly.
About $3.50.
No, $3.51.
Oh.
Yeah, he's right.
So I'm sorry to do this, but someone in chat, could you donate $3.51 so like?
Oh, pineapple.
Really? Not really.
Yeah, no, that was a joke. That was a joke.
One of your donations are certainly
mandatory.
Yeah, donations are appreciated,
No,
but they are not mandatory.
These contributions.
Anyways, welcome to 225 at Night, the show where we talk about weirdos on the internet. I am Delta225.
I am Pineapple.
And I am Dr. R.
All right. So, do you want to start, or do you want me to start on this?
I think Dr. R can start since he knows the most out of everyone here.
Actually, you know what? Yeah, go ahead,
Yes.
Dr. R.
I know the most about this certain individual, probably more than all of you. In fact, I've actually met this man once.
Today's just go into the preamble before the controversy started, because I have screenshots for those.
Yeah. Let's go into the preamble of this. So, anywho, for all of you who may have not known who this was in the chat or who we're talking about, and no, it is not J-Rex. We already covered him. We don't need to cover him again. But the person we are covering is a Nintendo walkthrough or Let's Player YouTuber known as Chuggaaconroy, or Emiliano Rosales is his actual name. And that's public. I'm not doxing him. That's publicly known.
Yeah, he has a fucking Wikipedia page.
Yeah, he does, which is honestly insane.
He does, but none of the other runaway guys do.
Yeah, well...
Yeah. But that's neither here or there.
But yeah, like I said, he was popular like 10 years ago. It's kind of waned in recent years, but he
has like a niche audience.
He's still able to coast. He was still able to coast and make it his job. And he was regarded as one of the few people who had never gotten into drama, never had any controversy swirl around him. I think the most controversy he got into was just a Twitter spat that happened years and years ago.
That is until recently.
Yeah, I believe there's that and the 2010 false suspension.
Yeah. Well, that's not drama. That's just YouTube being a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Of course. But anywho.
Yeah. However, recently, Chuggaaconroy has gotten himself into some pretty heavy controversies. And that is what we'll go over tonight.
That he has. And before anybody says anything, I want to make this clear. As somebody who has met Emil and another one of his collaborators in person, I've only met them once, but as somebody who has met him, I do not condone his actions. I do not want people to think that I do. What he did was not okay. And what he did was really, really creepy. But I want people to know that just because I met him, I'm not going to have a biased opinion on him. I do not care about defending him because I'm not. I'm not going to attack him because that's just vile. And if anybody has any misinformation, I will be here to spread the truth. I have spoken with people who have spoken with Emil in person, and I know a lot about this whole situation, so I can explain it probably better than anybody.
Which is why we got you on this, because I've bound to overlook something.
Mm-hmm.
And I will be here to make sure that I can set the record straight for that. All right.
Pretty good.
Let's get on with this.
Yeah, without further ado,
let's go.
Let's go, baby! Feet! All right, now let me share this with our lovely audience.
So it actually starts with the quote tweet that this person is quote tweeting themselves.
And this is from Lady Emily, who literally did this because of a Reddit post.
Yes, as they say, scrolling through Reddit and seeing dozens of comments calling the popular YouTuber who sexually harassed you for several months last year a wholesome being with only green flags. Now, Emily here would go on to vague post about this several times after this. I didn't bother grabbing the screenshots. So people initially thought it was Quentin Reviews, because Quentin Reviews has a history of being creepy towards women. Mainly,
That he does.
I'm not surprised.
Quentin Reviews does.
Yep. But because people were thinking that, Lady Emily just decided to come out and say, fuck it, just get it off my chest. Last year, Chuggaaconroy up trying to get me into initiate erotic foot fetish roleplay with him, while he also had a girlfriend. This includes sending shoes to my house under the guise of a gift, only to constantly ask for feet pics afterwards.
And
yeah. Also, sorry to interrupt. Wacky Zebra actually donated $3.51.
Oh,
You're a legend. You're amazing.
You didn't have to do that. That's
he actually
funny.
did it.
That's funny. You didn't have to do that. I really appreciate it. You're a legend. You're amazing.
Yeah. Anyways, let's continue.
All right, let's continue.
All right.
Yeah, come on now.
Will,
There we go.
Get the screenshots, board.
Yeah, like I said, eventually, Emily here just ignored him. Basically, Emily provided a bunch of screenshots and like a shotgun method. They weren't really arranged at all.
Yeah.
But I put them in large order from this first batch, at least.
I guess we're looking at these screenshots now.
Yeah, which we're gonna see here.
All right.
And here's
this was just where it started.
Okay.
It started with Emil watching their Pokemon Black streams, chatting in DMs, and then he slowly made everything about feet.
Okay, here we go. We're actually looking at this.
With things starting here, which, if you go back, I should have included it. This photo in the top left, you can see shoes in the background.
Yeah, I can see they're on her right.
Oh, okay, all right.
Right there.
I got you.
Which is the context for if we go next.
Yeah, that's the context. Emil noticed the shoes here.
And got turned on by the shoes. The prospect
Of course he did.
of seeing a transsexual wear shoes.
In all honesty, I don't even know if Emil even knows that she is. Emil, as somebody who knows Emil's very oblivious to a lot of stuff when it pertains to things like that.
Yeah, 50-50. It's still kind of funny though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Like-
Emil says, "Whoever can play him,
I can do it. I can do it. Nice sneakers.
Lol, thank you. I need a new one. So my everyday pair is starting to see some damage. Lol.
Seems sadly typical due to thin fabric.
Yeah, that's the curse of liking shoes that aren't durable. Got them on sale for $20. Can't complain. Hope you're doing well."
Hey, thank you. I just finished editing a video that was nuts to make. It covers this mall you can develop in Pokemon.
That was his Black and White 2 LP, I
Yeah.
believe.
I believe so.
Probably.
That was his most recent one, because that's his profile photo for that game.
Emil would then ask,
So, like, do you have a P.O. box?
"Oh, well, okay. I literally just woke up 20 minutes before the stream.
Scuffed pineapple.
Not at the moment, no."
Oh. Well, I was gonna see if I could partake in birthday niceness.
That's a fucking weird way to say it.
Yeah, I paused it for that reason, because that's weird.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it just is. All right, keep going.
I guess this is from a later date or a different time.
This is a different
This is
time.
from later that day. I believe.
He was talking about, I think, Tears of the Kingdom up there, but
Yeah.
Oh, hello. Sorry about that. Scuff stream.
you had one job, Borb.
There you
One
go.
job.
One job. Thanks, Google Drive.
I don't know how many I have. I have enough for a full stamina bar and 11 hearts.
You can see it on the loading screen.
No.
According to this, I've done 54.
Good work. If I may be so bold, sneaker size.
This is 100%. This is.
Why
get a hold of
ask
yourself.
something like that? I mean, like,
It's because he wants the goon to their feet.
I can tell you, he actually did send a pair of, I think, custom Converses
Yes.
to her. Yeah,
Yes,
he did.
that's wild.
Ooh, generally around censored, give or take a little, but that's generally when it works most often.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll figure something out. Not sure if you have any dislikes for me to be aware of.
Then
I don't know what that
that's
is.
skip ahead a few days. I believe pictures of shoes.
yeah, it's probably the Choosy Center.
Maybe. And beautiful. So, I originally planned to go with a black and with a floral pattern, but they lacked it in your size. So I went with what they thought was most likely to go with any clothes.
Oh, honestly, great call because I love black high tops, but I haven't had any in years and years.
It's my personal favorite shoe.
And I actually know that he wore a pair of high tops when I saw him. And I
Oh, wow,
said,
that's
how does he tolerate those?
Because it turns him on. That's how he tolerates
Pineapple.
it.
Yeah.
Pineapple. I mean, like, how does somebody live wearing high tops? Like, they look
Because he
painful.
likes it. Because he really, really likes it.
Because it makes his pee-pee hard.
There you go, pineapple. There
All right,
you go.
moving on.
Anyways,
The great shoe goes with everything.
do I get to see you in them? Just the way he said that is creepy.
Yeah.
Oh, man. There you go.
And then that's why I thought this is like a couple months later. This responding to like a picture that Emily had sent, and then they say that's what I thought too. I was like, well, I could fix this, but it's fun if it's flawed. At times, I do miss the versatility of the old avatar. It was fun to mess with. Actually, no, it was the profile picture. I remember now.
Okay.
I
all right.
remember.
There you go. Is that the face you'd make if I ran off with your shoes at a con?
Well, now something like that.
What would you even do? He is very obsessed with shoes.
Yeah, because he's getting off to this.
Ew. Okay, I'm gonna miss your shoes. It was kind of nice being their caretaker again. Looks at them in my hands.
He definitely. This is for legal reasons. This is a joke, but I wouldn't be fucking surprised if he sniffed them. Honestly,
I mean, look at this next sentence here. As hard as it was at times, they stunk horribly. So your statement is literally fact. So he did sniff those.
this is the foot fetish equivalent of sniffing a woman's seat.
Wow. Anyways. You're up, pineapple.
Oh yeah, sorry about that. It is what it is.
Man, big and stinky? You've got it all. And then I think this was probably later again.
This was, I believe, later that day.
Okay, all right.
At this point, like I said, it's typical we're going to see it further, for Emily to leave out a lot of context. But if I
Yes.
were to imagine Emily finally confronted him on his obsession with shoes
Oh yeah.
and feet.
I don't have any proof of her ever confronting, or any word of her ever confronting Emil about it.
It would make sense given the context here.
Mm-hmm. Probably. Anyways, he says here, yeah, being forward with you because I'd rather not keep anything from you and let you make the best decision for you. I am into that, but only with my significant other. I just also like
only with your significant other.
And yet here he is talking about it with Emily here.
For reference, it is like saying you're only into your girlfriend's tits. That's what he's saying.
That's essentially that's pretty much the equivalent there. Anyways,
continue.
I just also like talking about shoes with people because it's also an interest. I talked with my SO about this when we started dating, and she told me I can talk about shoes with other people because it isn't weird with my friends. It's just something I enjoy talking about with my friends too.
Enjoy it. You enjoy it a whole lot.
He very much does enjoy it. Oh man. I know that might be a lot to share, and I'm sorry if it is, but I feel it's best to just be open with people and consider what I'd like to know if I was in their position.
Honestly, not a bad thing to say. As laughable as it has been, all sexual talks like that are fucking laughable. I'm sure you wouldn't want your conversations with your girlfriend leaking Delta. I'm sure.
Oh no, I would not.
I'm sure, as spicy as they were in the moment, it would be something that someone could easily point and laugh at.
Oh, I would
Pineapple,
not. I would not want that
that
leaking out. No, not at all.
I don't want to know how Pineapple knows about that, but okay.
He doesn't.
It's just figuring. It's just. I wouldn't want my various situations.
Yeah. It's fine.
When I'm. Wilma's not my type anyway.
Well, good.
Oh,
I guess
aware.
more for me.
You don't want to break up the band.
No, that's what she wants to do.
Yeah. Gotta get on it, John.
And then he says here, good.
It's like, yeah. Once again, Emily's response to this is nowhere to be seen. But
yeah, that's very odd.
Judging from Chugga's response, it was at least
somewhat understanding.
Okay. Yeah.
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 So then he says here, good. Glad we understand each other. Walks up behind you and trips you with some fancy footwork. You thud to the ground, and I yank your sneakers off in an instant. Haha, loser! Chucks them at you. This guy's weird.
It's a weird thing directly to pivot after being forward.
Yeah, to pivot right into that after being real forward about it. That's so weird. All right, next. So this is a few days later. So then Chuggaaconroy here says, haha, thank you. Trying to get a lot done. I want to finish the series or at least get close so I can travel to Scotland to see my significant other soon.
Oh. Okay, cool. Didn't realize she was in Scotland.
Yeah, pretty far. But we're thinking of immigration next year. Would you like to pick up where we left off last night? Haha, it dropped off suddenly.
Now this is fucking interesting. They were just having a normal conversation, and he once again inserted his feet obsession. At least that implies it by his haha and ... At this point, Emily was kind of fed up with it, seemingly so. Which especially, like I said, which is fine.
Yeah.
But like I said, a lot of context seems to be that they didn't shut down Emil when
they didn't shut down Emil with any of this, as far as we can see. Like, nothing here is said from Emily.
Yeah,
You
it
just
would be
see,
easy.
oh, Emil.
Like I said, it seems to be like Emily was at least understanding when after confronting him on it, after he was open about it.
Yeah.
And now because Emil keeps doing it, Emily's just dropping off. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As he keeps saying here throughout the night, he says, "Oh, you tend to disappear." Then a couple hours later, or I guess an hour and a half later, he says, "Oh, I'm gonna ping you once more." And then he keeps going. The next day,
that's the next day.
The next day, he says, "Well, hello. Have a nice doctor's visit." And then 3 hours later, he says, "Sorry to ping again. I just wanted to know."
That's a weird thing to say. He wasn't. Now I don't think he had said it with any sexual intent. It's just fucking weird to say. I just wanted to know if you had a nice doctor's visit.
Yeah.
No, he just said, "Oh, no, he did." I didn't see the question mark right there. Okay.
Yeah, it was like, okay, it's like, why do you want to know that badly to where you respond to it 3 hours later?
As someone who's met him, he cares way too much about other people's well-being.
I could imagine.
Too much about others more than over himself. I mean, he does care about himself, but he cares a lot about other people more.
I get you. Anyways, how many, 5 hours later?
Well, he's apparently autistic, but that was
you know what? It makes a lot of sense.
But then at the same time, he later said that misdiagnosis was just someone trying to cheer him up. So,
oh yeah,
I don't know.
So he said in 50 Facts About Himself that he was misdiagnosed with autism, but apparently, as Pineapple says, apparently his misdiagnosis was just someone trying to not make him feel bad for being diagnosed with it. I don't know what
it's dubious. I don't know. He comes off as pretty autistic, honestly.
Yeah, it would make a lot of sense.
He does. He was stupid hard to keep eye contact with when I met him over a decade ago. Jeez.
I'm pleased.
Yeah, so I could imagine. It would make sense. Anyways, 5 hours later, he says, "Darn, you're no fun." Kidding. Just a little concerned.
Emil, I think Emil speaks or he types like how he talks, like he thinks like he's having a real conversation.
Yeah.
Autistic trait right there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he
Very
probably
much
thinks
so.
that Emily's just right there.
Yeah. So then, the next day, at almost 1 a.m., he says, "Sorry, that was rude of me. I shouldn't say stuff like that, even jokingly. You have your own stuff going on as much as I do." And then, hours later, at 3:05 p.m., he goes, "Hey!" And then, 3 hours later, he goes, "Hey, sorry, am I bugging you too much? I'm just getting done with work, and I saw I hadn't heard back."
Yeah, I can second guess myself if someone hasn't responded, and but get the hint, Emil.
Yeah.
They haven't responded in 3 days.
Yeah, come on. They haven't responded in 3 days. Either they're busy or they don't wanna be talking to you anymore.
I mean, I can willingly admit I've sent texts where I've just been ghosted before, but it's not day after day. It is like half a month later. Like, hey, are you
May I mind you, Emil probably doesn't have the best of social skills, to tell you the truth.
I can
Like
see
I said,
that.
he may or may not have autism, but either way, he's clearly fucking awkward.
Even with or without it, he doesn't have that good of social skills.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And as I saw him there, he couldn't focus on one person at a time when I saw him. I don't know if that's since changed, but he couldn't when I saw him.
Yeah.
Anyways, the next day at 6:50 p.m., he says, "Hey, yo, how's today? Feeling any better?" So then, a few days later, at 9:50 p.m., he says, "Hi, Sorry if I'm bugging you. I understand you've got your own stuff going on too. I just wanted to wish you well tonight after seeing you talking about how much being sick set you back. I've really enjoyed talking to you more through it. I'll leave you be after this message in case you need rest.
Mm-hmm.
So, judging from this, if we go to the next screenshot, oh no, this is actually much later. He says,
it continues with
on October 26th, he says, I missed you. On the 27th, he says, are you doing better? On the 28th, he goes, blah.
Now, I wouldn't be... like I said, I have... if you scroll up, it says, I missed you. That implies they're currently talking. So I wouldn't be... Once again, I wouldn't be surprised if Emily did respond. Like, just saying, hey, and didn't really say much.
Maybe.
Like I said, I don't know. I'd have to be able to see the full chat logs to prove it. It's just that there's a cut that implies. It's just that there's a cut between late September and then late October, and then the first thing is I missed you, implying they had some
sort of conversation, albeit very small.
Correct. And then Emily just went back to ghosting it.
Mm-hmm. So then on the 30th, he goes, Blargin!
Blargin is definitely something Emil would say.
That yeah, I feel like it would be.
Like I said, just trying to get their attention.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely an Emil thing to say. Anyway,
on November 1st, he says, hey, I hope I'm not piling it on. I just saw you were on. Do you think you're piling it on? Do you think so? Do you...
It's literally random. He was using random access humor to pull from Chris Chan. With
that's Nergan Flurgan, their pineapple.
Yeah, but it was pulled randomly to try and get a response.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the 6th, Chuggaaconroy says, hello!
Oh, geez. That jumped from 30th.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, alright.
Anyways.
Next. But yeah, more to confirm that Emily didn't really have much of a problem with it, at least at first. This was a tweet from before. From Emily, where they say, "Can't believe my feet hurt. I don't have a cute boy here to massage them for me. What the fuck's going on?" And then there's a post deleted by the post author with Emily responding, "Excuses." So,
what does this have to do with the meal?
It's just to show that Emily has, seemingly has some of the same interests. So
yeah.
Maybe it's
just to drive home that it's just to drive home. I just included it to drive home the fact that it's really suspicious, the cuts, and it seems like Emily's trying to make Emil look like the worst person ever.
And
yeah, that I'm not going to deny.
Unfortunately, she is known to have done that with Quentin reviews, which apparently I heard that. Although, what he did wasn't right, but it was blown out of proportion.
Like I said, he did pretty much the same thing Neil is doing here. He was just being creepy.
Yeah. I don't know the whole story in Quentin reviews. I really don't care, but...
That's a story for another time.
Yeah, that's for a different time.
So then Chuggaaconroy would essentially post this.
Yeah, he would issue his first statement where he would say this.
Yeah, he'd say, hey, I want to say I'm sorry to Emily and to you, our community. I apologize for my mistake of overstepping the boundaries of our friendship and causing her to hurt in the process. This will not happen again. I'd rather have time to collect my thoughts than react immediately and ask that you not contact my friends about this. I will talk more about this in a few days.
And see, at least Emil handled this like a man instead of like other YouTubers who would just pussy out.
Yeah.
I mean, just be like, I didn't do it, or whatever.
The thing is, it was clear Emil was down bad in all those conversations.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
As a man who has been down bad and who's been down bad for the last couple months, I can sympathize with him, as funny as it is.
Oh yeah.
I can't sympathize with his foot fetish because I don't have one, but I can sympathize with him being down bad.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Interesting.
Emily then responds with, read the apology. While I'm not sure I fully accept it, I do wish you the best in growing from this. I find framing of this as a simple mistake concerning so far when I have talked to half a dozen and who had shared similar stories. I hope your future apology acknowledges that it was that this wasn't just an isolated incident, but a pattern of behavior with several women over the course of the past decade. I hope you're willing to own up to that fact and re-examine your ways to interact with your fans, with your peers, and women in general going forward. Okay.
What, Pineapple?
I was just saying. So from what this seems like, it seems like it wasn't just it wasn't just Emily that Emil was getting out his masculine urges as male urges, as Zango would put it.
It's his weakness as a male.
What the? Never mind. I don't care what Zango says.
Oh,
Anyways.
It's just funny.
it's just funny, yeah.
All right. So I have not heard from half a dozen women. Not half a dozen have come forward, but other people will come forward saying things about Emil.
And
Yeah,
we'll
we'll
get
get
into
into
that.
that later in the show.
Do I know it's about the same thing? No, I don't. Especially specifically one of the accusations or allegations that is made.
We'll get into that.
Yeah.
We have a whole show ahead of us.
Yeah, we got a whole show ahead of us about that. So, anyways, next screenshot. Gaming Warlord 64 says,
Respond to this. I just you can read this, Doctor.
I just have one question. Why didn't you bring this up to Chugga privately? Simply explaining that you felt bad about his actions. Or why did you make this public?
and then
Why didn't you bring this up privately to your sexual harasser? What do you mean? That's not how it works. You can't just say, please stop harassing me. Did you just do that to, like, bullies in high school and they just stopped? Going public was her only option.
I'd say another option would have been to just block him.
Yeah, I don't agree with that at all.
And remember, this whole thing spurred from Emily seeing a Reddit post saying that Emil is wholesome Chungus 100.
Exactly, and she's just like, you know what? Twitter hate mob, have Emil.
Yeah, and not only that, Emily was vague posting about it to start.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when, if you're gonna make something public like that, you don't vague post.
Mm-hmm.
Ever.
At least not. Yeah, you don't vague post about it because it's just like it's weird and cringe.
It's weird, it's cringe, and if you're purposely omitting evidence, then that's gonna make you look like you're the bad guy.
Yeah. Like I said, there are, and if we go next as well.
Yeah, let's go next. There's Emil.
And
everyone
then
makes
someone
mistakes.
responding.
Yeah, everyone makes mistakes. Bro, it's literal sexual harassment. It's sex-based behavior. It's never okay. You need help, and if you don't get it, you're gonna go to jail or 6 feet under. Jeez, that's taking it too far.
Yeah, that's too far in my opinion.
The information we had at the moment, that is too far. And there were plenty of comments that basically echoed the same sentiment. Just because he was down bad and engaging with foot fetish RP, which he was completely admitted about, with Emily being perfectly fine with it, seemingly perfectly fine with it until
we'll get to that later.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, people are acting like this guy turned into Zango when really no, he
didn't. I don't know if we have this screenshot, but there was a tweet during this exact same time where somebody said that Chugga deserved the chair for this.
No, he doesn't.
We don't have that tweet, but like I said, people were echoing this sentiment that he deserves to die, and with that, which at this point, like I said, is hyperbole. Like, I don't think I used that word right. It's just fucking an overreaction.
It's an overreaction, yeah.
It's an overreaction.
It's overboard.
There's the runaway guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they essentially say, hey folks, we're going to be one man short at MagFest, but we're still going to put on a show for you all. We'll be running Throne Controllers Saturday at noon Eastern in Panels 1, and if you can't make it, it'll be streamed as well. See you at the con.
So that was Proton John, who controls the Twitter account for them. I believe it's Proton John. Because I know Emil originally controlled the channel, but I think John also has control over it. So he tweeted out that they were going to be one man short because of all this happening. Emil did not go to MagFest. So at Throne Controllers, they instead had Tom Fox take his place.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. I gotcha.
And like I said, this was just it.
John, he wasn't going.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways.
All right. So
Emily would unfortunately couldn't grab the screenshots of Twitter because Knitter's dead. But
yeah,
Emily would once again provide a shotgun of DM screenshots. And I tried to arrange them in chronological order again. So
anyways, Chuggaaconroy here on June 7th of 2023 says, not to brag, but I think I'm going to beat that old birthday present you told me about.
And then Emily responds with, well, I'm so excited to see what it is.
And then later on the 11th, she says,
I think your gift came in.
oh yeah? It said Wednesday. Well, did it?
I believe so. So I was in D&D.
Then she shows a picture of shoes.
There's the message we already read. Yeah, those are the shoes that he sent her.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, that was all we already...
Which is odd that red part is censored.
Exactly.
That is very
we don't know
odd.
what that says. And it's very odd that it is censored.
If I could estimate, it might have been like the tracking receipts.
Yeah, and you can't show that.
Yeah, but you could easily just blur out the name, the address and names, and
yeah, you don't have to blur out the whole thing. You could just
it makes it look
suspicious
like
if you just blank out the whole thing like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Anyways, next.
Do we have next? Oh, Jesus, is long.
This one's from September 10th. And then here she says...
Seems true, though I think it's something... Talk about changing names. True, though I think it's something I think is fun and anyone can choose their name for whatever reason. I have cis friends who change their name just because they feel like another name suits them better.
I suppose I wouldn't actually need a reason to do it, yes. I don't know if you've been hurting aside from being sick. I just kind of get that vibe from your tweets lately. But I was building to something earlier when you left. You are smart, you are capable, and you bring entertainment to many people. I think you're a beautiful person, and I want you to believe that too. Absolute simp. He is simping. Anyways.
Unfortunately, that's just how Emil is with women.
No, I know, I get it.
Yeah. Days can't help but get better if we will it to happen. What is that sentence?
And then, great. And then Emily says, thank you, I really appreciate it. It's hard to feel that 100% of the time. I've been sick always just makes me a doomer, lol.
Chuggaaconroy says, it's natural that you don't. Your best one day is not your best every day, and that is okay.
It is, just have to weather through it. Got, my ducks in a row.
Yep. Now, in return, I'm gonna need something from you.
Ugh.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Neil.
Oh, no. That's so creepy, ladies and gentlemen. That's creepy.
Like I said, it's clear he's just trying to be flirtatious.
Yeah, but the way he does it here is just creepy.
I'm sure if Emily just said, hey, no, stop, he would.
He probably would.
He probably would have, to be honest.
but it's just
He didn't.
like I said, it's just after that very simpish comment,
It's very creepy after that, like, real simpy comment.
Exactly.
Anyways,
what's that?
I think you know.
Play Xenoblade 3?
Not
didn't even know
quite,
that.
smirks. Cartoonishly attacks you as you sit there and tries to remove your shoes. Almost got them.
What is with you and throwing shoes, Emil?
What?
It
throwing them.
turns
He
him
likes shoes. He likes
All right,
the
I
way
get it.
shoes
But what's with
are.
him and throwing them?
He gets his rocks off the shoes. That's the idea. That's the whole thing.
The whole thing is
I
the whole shebang.
know that, Delta.
I just want to know why. I know he's into that. I just want to know why does he throw them all the time?
because he
Because
likes
it
What is he?
specifically
Brandon
turns him
Cat
on.
from Austin Powers?
I
it
mean,
turns
maybe.
him on.
I wouldn't be surprised. But also, yes.
Also,
what Pineapple said.
Jan, I have no idea what the heck you just said.
All right. Well, anyways, next screenshot. We scroll up. This is probably like a different conversation.
I
They're
believe
probably
so. If
talking
we go back, you could probably see that date
Xenoblade or
stamps.
something.
Different.
Yeah,
Probably
it's
not like
this is 3 days later.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember being like level 71. Lol.
Yeah, this is Xenoblade.
Yeah. Oh, that can definitely color your perception of a game. I disliked games initially due to poor life quality at the time. Dang, that's the most underleveled I've ever heard. I think even speedruns are 73.
Yeah, I'm incredibly talented at doing things wrong and weakly. As a kid, I used to do no ability, no times, no magic, starter weapon runs of Kingdom Hearts because I had no idea. Because I had no idea how that stuff works. What?
I guess
What?
it's
I don't-
playing through Kingdom Hearts with no like extra items and stuff. That's
extra
probably what it
weapons,
is.
No extra
Eh,
whatever.
just an awkward It's an awkward sentence.
Hmm.
I didn't even know Emil even played Kingdom Hearts. I thought he wouldn't step 50 foot within that game. Oh, but it doesn't matter.
That doesn't matter. Yeah. Same. I can't tell you how many games I played wrong all the way through.
Mario and Luigi, partners in time.
Yeah, that was
Oh,
an
yeah?
inside story for me. I just tried to balance my stat when the meta is just to dump everything into power.
Oh yeah.
Except for Luigi, that's defense.
And would just brute force my way through it, even though it's hard as hell.
That is some dedication to be spending 0 time menuing. But if you're not into it, I'd rather not waste your time.
Might be into it, just have to give it a chance, and especially once I figure out the combat and a lot more. And I call myself and now that I do call myself a fan of the franchise, having put so much time into it.
Well, if you have any questions, I'm here.
Thank you.
And then
Oh,
he,
yeah,
and then
you
it's
didn't
that
read
whole
that.
conversation again.
Yes.
That whole conversation again.
Wait, there's more to that.
Is
Oh,
there?
the bottom. We didn't
The
read the
bottom
bottom.
part, yeah. All right. Man, big and stinky. You've got it all.
I know.
I know, cowboy.
Cowboy. Aw, girl's embarrassed.
It is what it is. I have to live with how I am.
That's sweet. Twirls your shoes around by the laces for about 2 seconds and abruptly throws them right at you. Here, catch! They hit you so hard you fall over backwards in your chair. Apparently, I guess he's into
He's,
using shoes as a weapon.
Yeah.
Does he
Alright.
have shoe nunchucks? Actually, I probably don't know if he does.
I don't know.
I've never seen Emil's weapon collection except a bag full of pennies.
Pennies and shoes. Those are his weapons of choice.
And then he says, "Deer, meaning
Deer.
Drat."
Drat.
That's a fuck up of Colossal.
Oh yeah.
Colossal.
Dude, it's whatever. It's Emil.
It is whatever. It's
Yeah, it's
just,
whatever. It's just like it's a real like mix up of
Especially when
words.
he's engaging in his foot fetish RP.
Oh
It's-
yeah. But just know I'll never unsee, or unsmell for that matter. You'll have to be good to me and help me out when I need it, or I'll tell people. You hear me?
You hear-
Like I said, he He called him deer in his foot fetish RP.
Yeah,
Even
that's
though
a
it
little
meant
sussy.
that's
crab,
Hmm.
if you see the correction thing.
I see that, yeah.
No, I'm saying pineapple.
Oh.
yeah, yeah. I know. It's just funny because it's.
It's really funny because it's like
I'm gonna tell an anecdote from my life. I've by mistaken called women who I was not romantic with honey because I was half asleep, and it's the fucking most embarrassing thing ever.
oh.
Pineapple, do you have sleep issues?
Yes.
Okay, might want to see a doctor for that. Not me. I'm not an MD. I'm a PhD.
Ah, well, there you go.
Yeah, in robotics.
Yes.
Anyways, good. Honks the rubber toe of your shoe. We wouldn't want anything to happen to you. And then later he says, "Hey, sorry, are you free to talk? You're not doing something else?" And then
Blue balls right there. You got blue balls right there with Emily not responding.
yeah. But it was like a minute though, so like.
Yeah.
Anyways, Emily then says over here.
Oh, sorry, just trying to do my homework for D&D, lol.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to talk about something. So like, I'll continue this joke with you if you want. It just sort of happened.
Uh-huh. Joke.
Joke.
Ha-ha. Joke.
Joke. Let's see here. I got the vibe you were enjoying it if you were playing along. I like doing this sort of thing. So, I mean, I feel like we're on the same page here. But I guess due to just how it could be seen in hindsight, I want to tell you this was just a game.
Yeah, it was just the game.
Just a game.
And he was...
The truth
He was
is, Emil,
certainly
the game
playing
was
with his
rigged from the
joystick.
start.
He was certainly playing with a joystick.
Oh,
So-
no!
If I may say here, I don't know whether or not this was a joke or whatever. I'm not either of these people. I can't speak for them.
I know.
If it was, then that clearly shows that you can't, like you see here. And wait, Delta, have you read what Great Cheshire says already?
No, I'm the one reading.
That's what Pineapple does, yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I
Pineapple.
know. Absolutely, I don't mind.
So I wanted her to read that because she says that she doesn't mind.
Yeah.
So that's the big thing people got on Twitter. They said that you can't say that you were harassed and say that you didn't mind at the same time.
Yeah, that's a little bit,
It's
a
clear.
little-
It's a clear Emil was being. Like I said, I know fetishists. It's clear it wasn't a joke. So, in as much as he was enjoying this, at the same time, she didn't think anything. She didn't think anything of it. And when Emil confessed, likely after a confrontation, the response was almost certainly at least understanding, if not positively affirming. So
Yeah.
in fact, we literally get back into that part in just a second.
Yeah, it's underneath us.
yeah, that's right there.
Yeah, it's right there. Anyways, Chuggaaconroy then says, "Okay, I'm glad you feel the same. It's just a lot of people are into that. I think Chuggaaconroy is the only person I know who's into shoes, like in this way.
I want to say
J-Rex
something.
with
I wanted to say something in the
J-Rex is
chat.
into feet. Yeah, go ahead.
Anyways,
Gian Marco, I have no clue if Chuggaaconroy has a DeviantArt. I don't use DeviantArt myself, and I'm really don't feel like looking it up right now.
Yeah, that's Lord Genie
But-
Julius in the chat, by the way. That's who Gianmarco is.
Oh, that's Julius. Yeah, I don't know if he has a DeviantArt or not. I can't confirm that if he does or doesn't. Also, I don't see him. He doesn't seem like an artist to me. Those logos are not made by him. They're made by somebody else. And a lot of the
I think
art
he
in his Let's Plays were made by somebody else.
he probably has DeviantArt. He probably uses DeviantArt the way most fetishists do, as a porn site.
Probably, I could imagine.
But I don't think he probably has a public-facing one. Either way, it's irrelevant.
Anyway, yeah, that's relevant.
it's not relevant. Okay, moving on.
Anyways, moving on. She then here says,
Yeah, oh yeah, it's good. It's but good and all good and fun.
and then this
He
whole
mentioned,
yeah.
yeah, and then and then that whole blurb where he's saying he was into it, but it wasn't sexual. A pinky swear.
Pinky swear.
And then Emily says, no, I'm glad to know. Good to have that openness and common understanding.
Well, I don't think that was in the previous screenshots.
It was
It
not.
was not. It was not.
Hmm.
Then Chuggaaconroy says, "Thank you. That's very kind of you to see it that way. I'm always about communication, even if it's about complicated stuff. Because why would you not tell your friends important things if you want to keep them in your life? A lot of people are not so kind about this sort of thing on the internet." And then later he says, "Ha, sorry to ping again. I just won't be up for too much longer and want to finish talking."
Mm-hmm.
Emil, I don't think that really would be something to share in public. I get it. You probably don't have those social cues.
Well, to be fair,
especially from
this is
everybody,
private.
but-
Yeah, this is
a
private.
Oh well, this is private, but it's just not something I would share with a third party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not something I would just be sharing with like your average Joe or just any
Well,
other
like I
stranger
said,
on the
it
internet.
was clear he was down bad. My personal theory is because he was in a long distance relationship and
Yeah.
and things probably weren't going the greatest. So
Probably.
And I don't think he could travel at the time. His editing setup, like his computer and everything he uses to do YouTube with, is all at his house in the United States.
yeah.
Yeah.
So like I said, he was clearly down bad and was using all the women, natal or transsexual regardless, to get off in his circle. And
He was just being horny on Maine.
exactly.
Essentially, yeah, he pretty much was.
And surprisingly enough, it wasn't a confrontation. He was just upfront mostly with it. He didn't say, "Oh, this was something he was getting off to," but he was upfront enough that anyone could have read between the lines and just said, "Hey, I don't want this."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Okay.
here then she says,
Yeah, they based on a template to modify things like giving rainbow bottoms and using white laces.
Oh, they're talking about the shoes again.
Yeah.
more shoes.
He gave him.
More shoes. Lamp oil, rope, bombs. More
This
shoes.
is not the time for lamp oil, rope, or bombs. Thank you.
All right, you're right.
Well, according to some Twitter users at this point in time, bombs are appropriate. I don't think
Oh
that.
no.
A pineapple, I wouldn't imply that.
I'm just saying they would want Twitter users want him dead. I'm not
They did.
saying
I know, because Twitter users are hive mind and savage, and once anything comes out, they don't care about the truth. They just want something to hate.
Pretty much.
Yep. because it's fun.
For them,
That's
yeah.
why.
For them, it's fun.
That's why, that's why you guys are watching, because you want to see something funny like this. And it's often easier to laugh at someone being stupid when you can attribute malice to their actions.
Yeah. Even though, like with here, I don't think he was being malicious.
In so much as
No.
he was just being horny on Maine.
Yeah, exactly. Just horny on Maine.
All right.
Anyways, I guess I just want to say I won't ever turn on you for merely being who you are. You are safe here with me. I was going to say that earlier when I called you a woman and not a trans woman. I can fully understand your struggles, but I am happy to learn and be an ear should you ever need one. I'm sure you could teach me much about life.
I appreciate that. It's hard sometimes. It's hard fuck. I can't fucking speak. No,
It's all right.
Smoothie, read!
That's right. Read the words!
I appreciate that. It's interesting and hard sometimes, but it's nice. And most times I don't even think about being trans.
That's a sign you're succeeding at being you.
Yeah, I'm winning at woman.
Yep. After a moment of smiles and good feels, you come back down to Earth and realize you're still down on the Earth. Now put your shoes back the heck on already! You're burning my eyes looking like that! That's such like a weird thing to just like immediately pivot to. Just immediately. He's just like, oh, nice, feel good moment. By the way, feet!
It's not weird in the context of someone being in a relationship. It's being like, and it's also extremely anime, and
it is very
And-
anime.
Emil's humor is very anime-like. Like it's
Makes
not
sense.
it's not something you'd see in real life. It's very like if you know the common anime humor tropes, his humor is very much like that.
That makes sense. Anyways, next screenshot. This is it's a big one. Oh man.
Whoa! That is a big one.
Whoa, that's a big one.
And that answers the question, Dr. R. Emil is aware that Emily is a transsexual.
Oh, well, I just saw that, and now I know. I just saw it in the message.
There you go. This was probably later, saying, and run outside after me like that? And then she says,
I can hop.
you look around for me, making sure you know which way to hop before expending the energy. You see me a ways away near my neighbor's house where a loud party's going on their front lawn. Oh no, I'm looking at you and holding your shoes over a sewer drain. Thought you'd have a bigger reaction.
Stop
Haha.
on the meal.
Emil, stop talking about the shoes. You still there? Would like to
I'd like
finish.
to finish.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Let's finish this.
Would like
Would
to
like to finish this because he once again blue balled.
Of course. Would like to finish this, and I'll still be up for a bit, but I won't keep pinging if I don't hear back after this one, and just assume you're busy. And then next day he says, "Hello, haha, you fell asleep. Hello again." And then later he says, "I kind of just want to know how you're doing." And then she responds with,
Pineapple.
Pineapple.
Sorry, I just want to make sure the stream's not dying.
"No, it's good, it's
Okay.
good."
It's good. I have it on my phone right here.
All right, it just was buffering for me probably because my browser's on a VPN. So
Maybe.
NordVPN.
sponsor us. We need money.
ExpressVPN, give us money!
Well, Delta,
Yes.
there is no money, just knuckles.
Oh no.
Unlike Knuckles, I don't chuckle. I only
Rather
flex my
knuckles. All right, let's continue.
Let's go.
Pineapple.
Hey, sorry, been doing D&D for most of the day and dealing with work stuff. Feeling better. Still a bit of still a bit coffee, but nowhere near as bad.
Ah,
You
okay.
are not a
Yeah.
drink. He said coffee.
Coffee.
You are not a drink.
Yeah.
Okay, go Delta.
Anyways, yeah, I had coffee earlier, which is awesome.
That's not the only pun we're gonna see. And when we see
Yeah,
the second pun, it's gonna be awful. I'm gonna say
Oh,
that.
okay, here we go.
All
All right.
Really bad ones too.
Ah, okay. I'm glad it was that. Had me a little worried. Did you have fun despite it all?
For D&D.
I think
Pineapple.
the stream's dying.
No, it's
It
fine.
is not. It's
I-
fine.
I did.
Fine.
I did. Yeah. Good. I did. Yeah.
Good. I was working like a maniac. Edited 2 videos and still exercised.
Oh yeah. Nice.
Haha, thank you. Trying to get a lot done. I want to finish the series or at least get close so I can travel to Scotland to see my significant other soon.
Good to go be a demo man.
Oh. Cool. Didn't realize she was in Scotland, and then yeah, we've seen that. So.
Yeah,
Yeah, we've seen that.
we've seen all that stuff. Anyways, next screenshot. And then the stream got so scuffed we had to restart. Yay, so fun. All right,
You're
let's
back.
get back
Okay,
into
let's
it. All right, let's go.
We
Anyways,
were about
Pineapple,
Just
we're
two.
here, I believe.
Oh yeah, it's not as challenging as can't read that because there's an open with.
All right.
It's about
thanks
as
for the
challenging as
drive.
open with.
As you think, but it's still fun.
I'd love a new one. There actually was a sequel on PS2. It's called Star Wars Episode 1 Racing Revenge. I never tried it, so I can't speak for the quality.
Pod Racer Rising Revengeance.
And Knuckle.
Rules of Jedi! Anyways.
Don't fuck with this Sith Lord.
Anyways, let's stay in
your,
this.
This is you, Pineapple.
Emperor. Is it though? Is it really me?
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's right. Forgot about that one. Still, that's 20 years old. Near a new Star Wars racing game.
I am old. I didn't even think of that.
You're 33, damn you.
The PS3 and 360 still feel new to me. I get it.
I feel like I missed a lot in that era of gaming. I bought like every big Wii game and bought a PS2 instead. Because I didn't own a PS2 when it was new.
Ooh, PS2 was the console I remember first really getting into. I missed a lot of Wii games, to be honest. I didn't really get to actually have a Wii. I mean, I kind of had a Wii, but not really.
No, it's surprising. I felt like everyone had one, usually alongside one of the other two. So, like, I feel for you. I really do. But if you're still coughing and sick, what do you need shoes for? Again with the shoes.
Ew!
Again with the shoes.
Jeez, I feel like John going like, Emil!
Oh, yeah. I remember that. Emil!
Yeah, during Dokapon Kingdom.
Oh, yeah, all right. I don't know.
Is-
I don't know all those.
Is the stream bitrate still good, by the way?
Yes, it's good. We've dropped very few frames, which, I mean, it's overall good. Yeah. Anyways.
Don't drop too many frames, Delta. You'll lose neutral that way.
Yep, yeah, don't want to lose neutral now.
But like I said, with at this point, because of the newer screenshots making Chuggaaconroy look better than he did, this started trending on Twitter.
That was hashtag We Are With Chuggaaconroy.
That hashtag was made way too early.
Indeed, it was.
Well.
No, it didn't.
Because what's about to happen next will show that he's not as innocent as he looks.
Not next, but soon enough.
Soon enough, yeah.
Yes, well, not very next. I mean, don't step the drive. I can read this one. If I had a nickel for the times a chick tried to cancel an autistic/socially awkward man, I'd have 2 nickels. Which isn't a lot, but it's kind of sus. It happened twice.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah, because Lady Emily also tried to call out Quentin reviews in a similar fashion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This was just a shit show.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyways, next. And then we have
Emil finally gave his big
Did we even read this all?
Yeah.
I'll read it.
Okay.
I'm a
Good luck,
fast
Delta.
reader. I'm a fast reader. All right.
All
Hey,
right,
y'all.
let me get the timer.
All right. Hey, y'all. Chugga here. I ask first of anyone who thinks it's helping to insult Emily on my behalf, please don't send any further negativity her way. Emily should be treated with respect. I know that I have hurt Emily with my actions. These are choices I made myself, and I don't think it's relevant how I felt or what my intentions were to justify my actions. I just want to say the end result is that I really hurt you and made you feel uncomfortable. I hate that anyone made you feel that way, and I wish you the best. It took me longer than it should have to take the hint that something was wrong when you got contact with me. I shouldn't have assumed you were just busy with traveling and that things were fine. I only began putting it together when the silence continued. I pestered you for too long, and I apologize for doing so. When you communicated this to me privately a few months ago, I apologized to you directly and promised I would never repeat this kind of behavior again with anyone else. Once you shared how I made you feel, it was a huge wake-up call, and I immediately sought professional help through therapy. I've worked in the months ever since then to do what you have wished for me. Learn and be better. I have done and said similar things in years past with other people. I am still friends with some of them, while I have fallen out of contact with others. If you were uncomfortable with how I behaved, this apology is for you as well. No matter my intentions, I'm sorry the impact was harmful. I will not reach out to you myself again.
That's
yeah.
Good. That's honestly a good thing. He's saying it doesn't matter my intentions if I made you uncomfortable. and you don't need to accept that.
Exactly.
Honestly, yeah, Chugga's response here is good.
Yep.
And he's better than most other people who make responses.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's no ukuleles here. There's no sad face thumbnail. None of that crap.
Nope.
Nope. I have done. Okay, I think. Yeah. I would
Next
like
one,
to
that.
briefly clear up speculation about my relationship. I love my girlfriend. She was aware that this conversation took place, consented to it, and saw what was posted. It crossed.
She probably shouldn't have, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's her choice. No one
It
else's.
is her choice. I wouldn't put up with it though.
It crossed no line set between us at the start of our relationship, and we are still together. I trust her to tell me if I do something to upset her. I wish to take this space to thank her for being with me through this and apologize for the immense amount of stress my situation has caused her, because that hasn't been fair to her. Separately from above, I also want to touch on the online discussion about other previous comments I've made about shoes over the years. Fitness and footwear are among my hobbies and not strictly fueled by anything more. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, sure. Okay, yeah.
Can
All right.
confirm that Emil fitness is a hobby for him. I don't know about footwear though.
Well, footwear. Yeah, fitness and footwear is one of my hobbies, and not strictly fueled by anything more. I think they're fueled. I think the footwear is fueled by something.
The footwear is definitely
Yeah,
fueled by
but
something.
The whole thing with fitness, I know, is not. He goes to the gym with his housemate,
Yeah,
as I've seen from his housemate's vlogs.
There you go.
He states
seems
how
to
he
be
goes
just deflection, in my opinion. It's an attempt at deflection, but
Yeah.
otherwise, the apology's been good.
I can get passionate about my interests, and I now understand how this can come across and how it could negatively affect others. One last time,
Yeah. He gets way too passionate about his interests.
It's called hyperfixation, a trait of autism.
Yeah.
I think other than this, I saw his biggest hyperfixation is most definitely the faults of Nintendo's localization and the things that they do to other countries that they don't do for us. The fact that he even acknowledged, like, I knew that he was fixated with it, but the fact that he was even able to acknowledge both special editions of Samus Returns, which is quite obscure, but he somehow managed to acknowledge him, like, dude, you have to have a hyperfixation on that to even know that Europe got a more special edition. Because the guy literally knows little to nothing about Metroid as far as I know, other than what the hell a Samus is. But he couldn't get past Metroid Prime because he had no idea how the second gate with the beacons worked.
Well, like I said, yet another point in him actually having autism.
Exactly. He's hyper. This is definitely a hyperfixation. Or
Yeah.
he has hyperfixation. Sorry, I said that wrong.
No, that's
Anyway,
all right.
continue.
Anyways, okay. I respect anyone who feels disappointed or hurt. I decided around the time of the incident that I would never do this again and learn from it, but I would understand if you didn't wish to support me any longer.
Like I said, overall, a pretty decent apology.
Yeah, more
This is
more
what
than I
a
can say for
real-
most big YouTubers.
This is what a real apology looks like.
Yeah. Take notes.
Yeah.
Yes. This is
So
what a real man
the story
apology
doesn't
is.
end here. Though,
It does. It
No,
does not.
It doesn't, unfortunately, because
because after this, multiple people would other people would
Missy
dogpile.
Anella. Now, before we go into her thread here, Missy Anella is a known collaborator with Emil.
Yes.
There are various videos with Emil that she is in. There are various videos on both his channel and on Runaway Guys where she is in, including she's been with the three of these guys in the charity event that they do called Runaway or TRG Coliseum. So, and a lot of people actually speculated that Emil and Missy were dating, albeit I didn't believe it myself, but people
Yeah,
did
and
think
it wasn't true, as she was in a relationship.
no,
with
it wasn't
another-
true. And you're about
another
to see.
streamer.
She's not a streamer. She's a YouTuber, but she does stream on Twitch.
Yeah, no.
No, but whatever. You're about to see that could be nowhere close to the truth.
Yeah. Anyways, who wants to read this?
Pogger's voice.
Pogger's voice?
Oh, I can't.
Pogger's
Go.
voice.
I'll do it. Okay. Okay, after the number of people who inquired about Chuggaaconroy over MagFest, I feel I, need to make this clear. I have, not associated with Emil for years, nor are we friends. Any cameo, Splatoon 2, recorded long before our falling out, or interaction mention Coliseum Twitch chat was posted and done without my consent after I had made it clear that I did not want to be associated.
Question.
Yeah?
Is Messe legally blind?
Masay is not blind. Why?
Okay. I didn't include it, but I just remember. Well, I don't remember. I looked into it, and Chuggaaconroy did an old video that, and well, he included in his Mario Galaxy Let's Play him talking about losing a friend who, and I was just wondering if it was this person. So
No,
so
Masay
she's not
is far
blind.
from blind.
So then
Yeah.
in that case, it's
If
not
Masay was
her.
blind, so I watched her stream in Metroid Dread. She was able to counter the Emmy successfully by looking at the background, not
like
the
I said,
Emmy.
I don't know these people beyond.
I
Just this.
know. But what I'm saying
just-
is, there's no universe someone who's blind could do that.
Yeah, I got
Mhm,
yeah.
so basically,
let's continue.
it wasn't her. It wasn't her. That was the friend he lost.
Yeah.
All right, continue.
Yeah, anyways. I am uncomfortable with the way he has talked to or about me in the past, which has been a huge point of distress. Combined with the way he's spoken to about others, particularly women, in private and public, it is concerning, and I do, not want to associate with that behavior. Emil has historically been one to push boundaries, and being faced with a following as large as his is absolutely harrowing. Even establishing my own personal boundaries carries an inherent risk. For a long time, not rocking the boat felt like the safer option. I have seen the recent posts and his apology. I've privately received several from him over the years that have rung hollow with his actions. I am tired of hearing it, have no more chances to give, and am exhausted from pretending or politely dodging topics when he is brought up. For my own comfort and safety, I will not be attending events that he will be at unless it is a public space where I am able to avoid him, large-scale conventions. I have not seen him in years, and I have no intention to start again now. To those who have unknowingly asked me questions about him, either at MagFest in private or chat comments, I hold absolutely no ill will, and I do not fault you. But moving forward, I will not be reciprocating discussion about Emil further in any capacity. This is my personal line in the sand, made because I no longer want to quietly tolerate people speaking for me, assuming the wrong things, or incorrectly associating us as friends or collaborators. To those who have also been hurt, I empathize with you and wish you all strength.
Okay, so that's a lot of words to say practically nothing aside from the fact he said basically what we already knew.
Mm-hmm.
So I know where she's coming from. I have watched a lot of the videos with Masay in them, and he does, at moments, he will call Masay cute in videos. He will say things about Masay in those videos. And a lot of people thought that it was just playful banter between the two of them and that it didn't mean anything. But apparently she didn't feel too comfortable with Emil saying that.
And that's the part of human interaction where it gets extremely messy.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. And knowing Emil's social skills, he's not going to take that cue.
Yeah. Ultimately, though, what she's saying here is Emil made her uncomfortable, and she doesn't want to associate with him. It's not really that damning, in all honesty, but I can understand where she's coming from.
Yeah, and I don't think she means it to even be damning. She's just sharing her own experience.
Exactly.
Yeah, she just wants, now that things are out and open, she feels like she can finally say, "Hey, I don't want to be associated with this guy. I haven't privately associated with him in a while, and I don't want to, in the public consciousness, be associated with this guy."
There you go.
Yes.
Anyway,
Which is
Alright,
perfectly fine. She's fine to feel this way. More
Yeah.
power to her.
Mhm.
But
Miss
like I
Fuji.
said, this doesn't make Emil an awful person.
Yeah, it doesn't. Anyways,
No, it doesn't.
all right. Miss Fushi here says, "Who wants to read this one?"
This was in response to the last person's.
Okay.
Yeah. I support her 100%. Chuggaaconroy made me uncomfortable on many occasions. I am not okay with him contacting me, nor will I be part of any event he's participating in. I was afraid to post this publicly, but I have to share. This community has good men. He isn't one. And I can largely agree with the sentiment, but he's not like this evil person.
No, he's not a demon.
At least from this, I wouldn't say he's evil. He's like I said, he is just very forward with women.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
A little too forward.
mainly out of being down bad. So
Yeah. Anyways, Ant Dude here says...
and dude also chimes in. You can read this, Doctor.
I'm going to echo this briefly. Emil and I were friends in the past, like way longer than many would believe. But many actions over the last few years have created quite a considerable wedge. From my perspective, he's not somebody I want to be associated with going forward.
And then next,
Mhm.
someone would ask him to elaborate where he would with this.
The long and short of it was, Emil occasionally tried getting closer with me, only once he stated he was also sending off putting text to my girlfriend, who he knew I was with. No, this isn't related to Emily. My distaste for him was purely personal, and I merely wanted to amplify Miss A's message.
So it seems like he was being forward with Ant Dude's girlfriend.
Yeah, that's not cool.
Yeah,
Emil, that's not good.
and it's a scummy thing to do.
Yeah.
Not good, man.
Anyways, next.
But
This is Brett.
it also
Alternate.
happens. At the same time, it also happens. It's not something. It's not something to tie to someone to a millstone and throw them in the ocean too. For
Yeah, exactly.
This is Miss A's significant other right here.
Mm-hmm. All right. So I guess I can read this then. Please take the time to read Massey's posts about Emil Chuggaaconroy and how we both do not wish to discuss him in any capacity. Some thoughts below. Okay, so we have, I have had no association with him, nor do I ever want to be. If you ask me about him being in a D&D game, he is the one person I can say with 100% certainty I would never want to have at my table. I have seen Emil's statements on the incident Lady Emily has outlined. While I hope he follows through with what he says, I am not interested in being a part of that journey. As Massey has said, he has made apologies like this in the past, which has been hollow. If you've brought up Emil to Massey or me during MagFest without knowing our feelings, you do not need to apologize. We were hoping to keep it private, but after everything that happened, we want it to be known we do not want him to be brought up to us anymore. That is all I personally wish to discuss on the matter, and hoping we do not have to have this discussion again. I stand with my partner and all she has said. Thank you for reading.
honestly, so far it seems like everyone has been professional in this except for Emily.
Yeah, everyone
Exactly.
here, like everyone in the dog pile has been very professional, except Emily.
Yeah,
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
and like I said, Emily basically chimes in. You can read the post up front, the top one first.
This one first, okay.
Yeah.
I also had multiple uncomfortable experiences with him and would be encouraged to interact in weird foot roleplay when we spoke. I support these women and am saddened this has happened to so many. And then...
And then Emily, you kickstarted all of this just because of a Reddit post said that after vague posting basically goes to all of these people and basically says the same thing here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think you were reading
I'm
Emily's post before.
sorry this happened to you too. I hope you're doing better now and stick by you 100%.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, and then she says here...
Yeah.
And then she goes back on something she said before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Pineapple, you're up.
All right, fine.
Oh yeah. Well, I've seen that Emil's apology, and I hope he genuinely means to better himself, knowing his history of doing this to others, how long he's been doing this to others, and his private behavior since he did it to me. I personally do not accept this apology nor believe it.
All right. Next.
This will be my response on the matter. If you want to stand by him, stand by him. But I know how he treats others, know how I was treated, and I stand by letting people know. Oh, it's so nobody else has to deal with what I had to deal with. I wasn't able to include this because I couldn't. Like I said, Knitter's dead, so I can't view Twitter, and I'm not making a second account. So, Lady Emily said that the only reason they didn't say no to Emil was because of anxiety
Anxiety.
and other mental health.
What?
Yeah, that's a little that's a little bit of an iffy thing to talk about. On one hand, on one hand, if you're like being harassed by somebody, yeah, anxiety can certainly get the better of somebody, and it can certainly be to a
Correct.
point where, you know, like especially if you're being harassed like that, you know, maybe you might yeah.
Not yeah, but on the other hand, it's the internet. He
Yeah,
can't physically reach through the screen and strangle them if they say no.
Yeah. There's social pressure, but also it's the internet, so it's very easy to just disassociate with them. So
Yep.
yeah, like I said, that's an iffy kind of thing to talk about there.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, next.
I'm sorry to others he is hurt. I hope you're doing better, and I hope he's been respecting your boundaries. And Emil, sincerely with all my heart, be better. You've been treating people like this for over a decade now. You can't keep doing this. Improve, grow, and change. So, like I said, it seems like he's just been down bad this whole time and uses the women around him for his own sexual pleasure.
Hmm.
And here Emily disputes part of his apology. He's
Exactly,
saying,
and
no, Emil, we didn't have a conversation where we settled this privately. I had to have one of your friends talk to you because you kept bothering me and spreading personal information about me. That's a loaded accusation.
That's a loaded accusation.
That's loaded, and that's very, very loaded.
Yeah. I hope she has evidence to back that up.
And she never supplies it.
Of course. Of course.
To the point where I don't feel safe, and your friends had to tell you to leave me alone.
We have no proof of this conversation, and we have no proof that Emil's ever sent anything about personal information about Emily. So she literally gives nothing about it.
It's Emil's words versus theirs, and Emil, and Emily has a history of omitting the truth.
Yeah.
Parts of it
correct.
to build a narrative. So like I said, this very well could have happened, but there's no proof of it happening. So
Yeah, exactly. Anyways, next.
Katie and Chili, who I don't know who it is, but
Do you know?
I
it's
do.
some
This
associate.
is the PRG webmaster.
Ah,
Okay,
Alright.
all right. Okay, do you want me to read this? Who wants to read
Yeah.
this?
one of you read it. I'm not reading it.
All right.
Okay. All right, I can do it. I usually don't post important stuff on here, but I feel this is warranted. Please see my statement in regards to Chuggaaconroy and the Runaway Guys website below. Thank you. And then we see this letter, which says, "Hey everyone, after consulting with John, we both agree that temporarily bringing down the Runaway Guys website, given the current revelations that have come to light over the past week, is the correct course of action. I've been battling with conflicting emotions and feelings the past week over the situations with Emil. This is someone I have known and spoken with for over a decade, and whom I considered a friend despite not talking all that often. My heart goes out to everyone who has been affected by his actions and words. I commend Emily, Massey, and everyone else who stood up and brought their stories forward, and wish them all the best in moving forward from this. I do hope Emil can find the help and consultation he needs to help him better himself and grow from this situation. Thank you to everyone who ever visited the site, and I hope one day when things have become better that I can come back online. Lots of love, Ashley, Canadian Chili."
All right.
And then
And
Nintendo Capri
here's
Sun, one of the other
Tim,
Runaway
I believe.
guys. Yeah, it's Tim.
Yeah. I'll let you read, Doctor.
Okay. Oh, just want to clear the air a bit here. I'm not aware about anything of the stuff with Emil until just last week. And with the most recent developments, I am shocked. I will say here and now that I do not approve of his behavior, but I say that as a friend who wants to see him overcome this, move past it. And and see that it never happens again. Emil is currently going under very serious professional help as we speak. I shouldn't speak any further on the situation. It's not my story to tell. As the state of TRG or the Coliseum, I can't make any promises one way or the other. Obviously, we got a lot of stuff to figure out. We just need time. My sympathies go out to Massey and all the others who were affected by this, wishing you all peace, safety, comfort in the coming weeks and beyond.
All right.
And either way, Nintendo Capri Sun is the reason I even started YouTube to begin with.
Oh, wow. Really?
It's this man.
Yeah, he seems, from what I've read, he seems to have a level head. So,
Like, I didn't know what the hell a Chuggaaconroy was, but I knew what he was.
yeah.
Oh, there you
Now,
go.
the thing is, there has been this, while all of this is happening, the whole foot fetish stuff, there has been a dark undertone that has taken place through this, which eventually came to light. First, here, what we're going to show is a clip from one of Emil's Pokemon Let's Plays.
I tend to think about Blaze's shoes fairly often when I play this game. I think it's one of the coolest aspects of her character design, and it really ties her design together well.
Talking about the shoes
I
of
have
like a
really similar
10-year-old.
taste in shoes to that, and I think that light blue with yellow
We already
is
know
a really
Emil
cool
is
combination
into
that I've never personally seen in real life before.
is into
I
shoes
have a lot
and
of shoes
feet
like this. I
that
even have the
way.
official
So.
Pokemon Converse. I got super lucky and just walked into a store one day and got them. So just having
people
similar
were
taste in
starting
shoes,
to
I think about that,
So
but
people were starting to
very
speculate.
strangely, they were like a pretty big staple of her implied character.
Okay, so we can move on from this now.
Yeah, we can. So people were starting to speculate that that was potentially sexual. As this one user on the forums says, likes Rosa's shoes, most of her design. One of Chugga's other favorite games is Mother 3. Lucas's Smash Bros. Brawl design has very similar shoes to Rosa. Chugga mentioned in his Super Smash Bros. Brawl Subspace Emissary video, Lucas's main. Oh no.
Oh no.
This
I
was
couldn't-
all in the very beginning. Anyways, what were you going to say,
I couldn't
Doctor?
tell you about Lucas's shoes. The only time I ever see them is when he's down tilting repeatedly in Project M, so I wouldn't know.
Oh yeah. All right.
He's got one of the best in the game.
I see that. Anyways.
And then here's another comment. I think Chad is starting to see where this is going.
Oh dear.
And I know where this is going, and I have actually spoken to somebody about this, so I can give people what it really is.
Either way, though, this person says, I was just starting high school when I found your videos, replying to Emil. Started catching up on Luigi Galaxy, now prepping to go back to college and planning my wedding day while following Galaxy 2 into playthroughs. Follow. Thanks for giving dope content growing up to watch. And then Chuggaaconroy says,
Oh, had no idea you were getting married. Congratulations. I remember when you were just a little kid and sent me a picture of your shoe because it was the same as mine. What? And this is from a kid that was just starting high school.
Seemingly.
Seemingly.
Now isn't a kid, but
Now
was.
is not. Yeah.
Today.
And yeah, I don't have I didn't screen cap the tweet. I should have, but then a Google Doc came out from an individual ironically named Lolly.
Oh wow, really?
Yes.
I guess we're gonna look at that Google document.
48 pages
Basically
long.
shows some very sus shit.
All right.
And I think
What do you think? Who should read this?
I'm not reading a 48-page document.
we don't need to read 48 pages of it. Most of it is just repetitive chat logs. Either way, you can read it in the Pogger's voice.
Okay. Hey, Lolly here. I'm nervous speaking about any of this, so please bear with me. I wish to remain anonymous as I am not a public figure. I'm just a person trying to do the right thing, and please ask that you respect my privacy. I've known Chuggaaconroy since late 2009, and we started speaking as friends starting early 2010. We started talking because of a cringe video I made doing voice lines for Gygus. I was so excited to meet and talk to my hero at the time, as at the time I didn't have many friends, so it felt extra special to have someone as important as him show
Yada,
interest in
yada,
speaking with me.
yada.
Yada 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 yada. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Wait, no, scroll up. I used AOL Instant Messenger. I had a potato PC that can't run it, so I used this thing called Miko, which let me use AIM to speak with them in the browser. I saved the logs and a message to myself on Gaia Online.
Gaia Online, ain't that ironic?
Yeah,
because
Gaia
they-
Online.
Because they were precious, how precious they were to me at the time. I haven't used that site in years, but the recent allegations against Chugga made me really start to think and question our friendship. I started to I dug up everything and to read through all the old messages between us, and it's bad.
Oh dear.
Beyond the 2010s era cringe, and she said things to me that, well, I was underage, so it wasn't they're not okay. It never occurred to me when I was younger how bad the situation was. Yada yada yada.
Oh dear.
Yeah, and we'll get into this. We'll just scroll down.
Okay, all right. Let's see here.
So these are. And they look. You may have to zoom in on the page.
Probably
Yeah,
here.
they're
Let me
right.
do that.
Jeez, what is this format?
There's so many. Well, it's Gaia Online. It's a website from like the mid 2000s.
Yeah, and this was another website that she was screenshotting. This for. And then here's a post in private to herself, dated August 12th,
2010.
2010.
2010.
That's a long time ago.
And with said screenshots.
I can't
Now-
even read that.
Yes, these could be faked,
It's possible.
Yeah, it's possible.
but it would take a lot of effort to fake them. So much so that it wouldn't be worth it for most people.
Yeah, for most people, it wouldn't even be worth it
On-
to fake
on the
something like
counter-
this.
On the flip side, no one uses Gaia Online these days, so I don't
Right.
think any. So it would take a special kind of investigation to try to reproduce these in a way that you would basically have to investigate in reproducing this to see if
Yeah.
it is faked or not, and if they are faked, the person who made it is banking on them not knowing. However, if we scroll down, this person did seemingly have contact with Emil. Just keep scrolling.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, below, this person has just copied and pasted the logs into the Google Doc, so we'll read them there. But like I said, this collaborates with what was copied and pasted, which we'll see later.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just keep going.
Here, I can probably zoom out now.
Yeah, you can.
Probably. There's the video.
Yeah, there's a video that this person has editing rights. Once again, this can be faked, but it would be harder to convincingly fake this because everyone knows how
Yeah.
YouTube looks.
Yeah, and also I'm
would
pretty
be
sure,
difficult
like,
to
would it be possible to look up the video? Because it doesn't say unlisted
I
anywhere
looked
there.
it up.
I
It's
can't find it.
unlisted. I can't find it either. So the blacked out part is probably unlisted. Includes where it says unlisted.
Maybe.
Probably, and it
alright.
probably include the real username of the uploader, so that's why that's blacked out too.
Maybe.
Yeah, and independently, the farms did some digging and found that this lolly person is a real person, and made posts on DeviantArt that were accurate to how they were texting. They were supposedly texting to Chugga from back then.
Oh, wow. All right. Holy cow.
But here's correspondence on Discord with Chugga.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they maintain
Where-
contact long after the Gaia.
And if you zoom in a little bit, I believe there's foot fetish stuff here.
Let me see here. Oh, yeah, I see that.
I can't see it.
Here, I'll zoom in more.
I didn't know.
Yeah, it's literally at the top.
Oh,
Wally says, "I literally know nothing about foots, man."
I
Okay.
also didn't know it was a thing.
Yeah, like it looks like a foot, and like it's a foot of proto hand.
Well, I recall yours had something awfully unusual about them.
Ugh.
Ugh.
Well, hopefully she was of age, but that, given what
Hopefully
we're
at the
about to
time.
see, it's fucking creepy. Like,
That's creepy, yeah.
yeah.
I think in 2021 she was probably of age, but
she was definitely she was 15
Yeah.
10 years ago, and 10
Okay.
years ago
So
from
she's
this.
of age now.
yeah,
Yeah.
she's an adult now and in 2021.
Anyways, let's get into actual logs if you scroll down.
Yeah, okay, here. Scroll down. There it is. Okay. Okay, so this log was saved on Thursday, January 21st, 2010. All right.
9:02 a.m. Who gets up that early?
A lot of people.
Yeah,
Ugh.
Anyways,
I'll play the part of Lolly since it, just so you don't have to speak as both of them.
okay, all right. 2 hours later.
Oh shh.
Haha. People always get so surprised when I ask them to talk, or even that I reply to their messages at all.
It's only to be expected, no?
Haha. Well, I read every message that's ever sent to me, read every reply I get on Twitter, and read every comment I get on Facebook. And I make sure to reply to the less stupid ones.
XD.
There's more here.
That makes me feel something. Makes me feel somewhat better about myself. But heck, that's got to be a lot of people.
Oh, well,
be-
yeah.
Before you guys continue, Anime Sister Me, you're not affiliated with the actual Anime Bro Me, are you?
I don't think so.
Yeah, 'cause
Probably
he's another guy that you could cover. I don't say you should, but you could. You wanted to.
Perhaps.
Anyways,
we'll consider it.
Hmm.
Um,
Anyways,
Also, oh, well, that's nice if you feel better. And yeah, my mail's slowing down to about 110 messages per day. Used to be about 250 a day when I was doing Pokemon and Mario Sunshine.
that's still insane.
Yeah, it's pretty insane still. It's just that making a Twitter and a Facebook really lightened the load of mail on YouTube. So, enough about me and my what is that now?
E-peen. It's euphemism for
Ego.
E-penis, referring to penis as ego. Like stroking him. Basically, to use the metaphor, stroking himself off at a success. That's what that means.
That's a weird way to put it.
It's something that
it's vernacular language from 10 years ago, Delta.
I suppose, but still.
You
Your
gotta
team is-
remember.
Yeah.
All right. I see you are of the endangered species that is the mother fan.
I'm totally a mother fan, crying face.
Haha, if only we all were. Mother 1 is one of my
talking
favorite
about
NES games there is. Mother 2 is one of my favorite games of all time. And Mother 3, while still a good game, I was disappointed with it after 12 years of development. But then again, they could have released the best game ever, and it still would have probably felt disappointing no matter what if you knew 12 years of work went into it.
There's 3.
And they're just talking about mother. Give me a second. I'm just I'm just
looking
gonna scroll
through.
down to find something.
Okay, here, I'll scroll down until...
Yeah, I think things start.
What
here.
is this?
Yeah,
That
this is
so-
where things start.
so
I
in
know
context
it
of
was in
that
context because, like, of those videos at the time.
yeah,
No,
that guy.
No, but she
video.
is legitimately into rape, at least from her old messages.
Oh no.
Ooh.
She's into that crap. Ew.
Yeah, at
Ooh.
least at the time, she was a dumb.
That's
Remember,
was a
she was a
kid.
dumb kid. She was a 15-year-old, and you know how 15-year-old girls are.
Yeah, she was a kid. So,
Hormonal little shits.
Ooh.
ooh boy. All right.
Yeah, so no, scroll up. We're gonna read this.
Okay. All right.
Because this is where things.
Start
Molly
from.
says, "Can I screen? Can I screen my iTunes for?" They were talking about song plays. Molly says, "Can I screen my iTunes for you, XD?"
And then, haha, sure. I have a Dragon Roost Island remix in there. That's over 200 times, also.
I rate my songs, apparently. So yeah, basically meaning she plays them over and over again.
Yeah. And then he quotes the like guy yelling at cats.
Like,
Cat
yeah.
video yelling.
Yeah.
I'm gonna rape you.
Pretty much.
Sorry.
Yeah. I cannot say it because I'm in the PG house.
That guy.
Yeah, and then Lolly says, would it really be rape now? Rape is unwilling. Imply her flirting with him.
Oh boy.
Sorry, me being a retard.
It's cool. Not as bad as the 12 to 14-year-old girls who write to me telling me of their massive crushes on me, which is hilarious because they don't even know what I look like. And then she says here.
It's not Yeah, she of course liked him at this point. And she says it's not totally impossible to be in love without knowing what someone looks like. Spends way too much time on online sites.
Excuse me for a moment, Pineapple. Lilac, we will not be talking about that this stream unless Pineapple or Delta wish to. I'm gonna let you know that.
No, we'll mention it at the end.
We'll mention it briefly at the end. We'll talk about it at the end.
Like
We'll
I said,
talk
don't
about it
want
at
to
the end.
derail this for that.
But other than that, I don't want to hear about it.
At least not right now.
Yeah, not right
okay.
now. It's at the end.
But yeah,
Anyways,
right now we're just doing this.
Anyways, Lolly says, and look, question.
Yes.
How old do you think I am?
18.
Lolly then says, I'm flattered, but I'm only 15, turning 16. So she was 15 going on 16. He was 19 going on 20. So 4-year age gap.
Just outside that Romeo and Juliet law. Just outside it.
Yeah. Not only that, just age of consent in many states, but
True,
in
yes.
Romeo and Juliet for others.
Mm-hmm.
And Lolly then says XD, and then yeah.
Oh, jeez. Haha.
What, DI? Why does everyone think significantly higher or lower? DX.
Yeah. Whenever I meet people, if they see what I look like, they think I'm only 16. If they just hear my voice, they think I'm in my mid-20s. I'm really 19.
Going on 20 as his age. It was early 2010, and he would turn 20 in April.
I don't know.
He was born April 8th.
Okay.
Yeah, April. Yeah. Lolly then says works out in the middle. I'm not sure what people think of my appearance. I've been said I look old and young. And well, you've heard my voice.
Creepy demonic voice.
Referencing that video, that Gaia's video, only giving further support to these being of the time rather than fakes made now. But Lolly then says, "I'm not that scary, or am I?" Dramatic break background music.
And then Chuggaaconroy says, and with that, as a random subject change, I am now done with episode 43. Yay! No more Earth Temple editing.
Oh, he was playing Ocarina of Time at this point. Wait, I don't remember him playing that. Oh, well, who cares?
I don't know. Was there an Earth Temple, or is he referring to something else?
There was
Earth
no
Temple is... Oh, no, he's referring to something else. No, Wind Waker.
Oh, okay, alright.
Wind Waker.
Anyways.
Anyway.
Anyways, just give me a second. I want to.
You want to find something?
The next sussy thing.
I know what you're looking for.
That's a bit sussy.
This has nothing to do with Among Us, Delta.
Because they're just talking. Because
they're just talking about like regular stuff here.
Yeah. Yeah, just give me a second here.
Okay, I'll...
scroll down to page 15.
Okay, here.
Here.
All right.
Here.
Start. Give me a second.
Blah, blah, blah.
I'll get a laptop if it kills me.
Okay, right here.
I don't think what he's looking for is down there. Oh no, it is.
It is, okay.
Go on.
Or someone else cough.
That's
what she says
someone
here.
else cough. Yeah.
And then Chuggaaconroy says, ha ha.
I can't believe I'm this forward.
What?
Me just worry about a creepy eye sound.
Oh, don't worry about a thing. I understand your little quashy washy.
So he picks. She denies it here. She denies it here. At this. But he picks up that she's into him.
Oh boy. That's a little
Sus.
that's a bit sussy.
Which, like I said, there's a way to go about this, but this is a private conversation between an underage girl and a man who's almost 20 talking about this. So
Yeah. Alright, so then Lolly here says,
yeah, no, I'm just scrolling down.
oh, you're scrolling down to see where it gets more sus.
Mm-hmm.
And it does.
I'm thinking it's right here.
Oh yeah, is that? Oh, she says,
What the
Yeah.
fuck? I didn't see that.
yeah,
Like here.
yeah. Like I said, her being overly forward with him, he's so far not.
So far he hasn't really like
But it does get worse.
it does get worse. Oh boy. Oh
Yeah.
boy.
It does.
Okay.
Scroll down to scroll down to what page? 25.
25. Alright, here we go.
19, 20, 1, 2, 3,
25,
4.
here we go.
There.
And they start role playing.
Okay. I see that, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then Lolly starts with, guess what, chicken butt, no, the game.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
the game. Oh no, we lost it because we thought
no.
about it.
Not the game.
And you all lost the game chat, by the way.
Yeah, every single one of you lost the game.
Every last one of you viewers and people who will view this.
Yeah. Anyways.
Okay.
Jigglypuff. And then
she says ... Jigglypuff used double slap.
and then over here.
Yeah.
That's Lolly here.
Meant to thank you.
Oh, why?
Wait, crap.
Were we in the right place?
Yeah, we are. I was freaking out because of the surgery. You make me laugh.
Daw, you're welcome.
Don't laugh at Jigglypuff emoticon.
And then there's that.
Yeah,
Just
scroll down
Jigglypuff
to the next page. Like I said, just keep scrolling.
I already hear it's kind of sussy.
Yeah, Jigglypuff uses frustration.
And he says, with me, you'd use return.
Don't make me use double slap again, you or that face.
Not again.
And then he says, please don't use attract.
Oh, why mention that, Emil?
Yeah, that's a little sussy.
Yeah,
That's I get why you would say that, Emil. It's one of Puff's greatest moves in the actual game.
Yeah.
Why would you mention it here?
Why would you mention it here?
yeah. Jigglypuff use attract.
This
I like
isn't
to
a
defy
slogan
you.
discussion.
And then he says,
What lovely giant googly eyes you have.
remember, he's an almost 20-year-old role playing with a 15-year-old.
Oh boy.
He should. This, like I said, as I said when it came to Emily not saying no, he should have just said no here.
Yeah, Emil should have said no here. He should have been the responsible adult.
Correct.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, Emil, when he gets into situations like this, he wears his heart in his sleeve and he's way too nice.
Don't necessarily know it's a heart on your sleeve moment. You can be like, "Hey, this is."
I'm
so-
trying to say that it's hard for him to say no to shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, this was an example where he very well should have said no here.
And he very well should have said no here, but he didn't.
Yeah.
All right, move on.
Either way, Jigglypuff uses endure,
Glomps.
which is a furry
Oh, no.
term for like jumping off, and
I don't like that term.
No,
neither do I. But
I don't even
Well,
know what it
it
means,
is-
and I don't want to know.
It just
You'll
means
find out
to-
when Pineapple will torture you.
yeah. And then Lolly says, "Oh shit, is that a one-hit KO?"
Only if you want it to be.
Ah!
Oh no!
I mean-
I don't like that. I don't like that,
So,
Emil.
Emil, what exactly did you mean when you said glomps? She says, "Oh snap, is that a one-hit KO?" And only if you want it to be. What exactly were you implying here? That was my best Chris Hansen impression.
I don't
And I-
know, and I don't think we'll ever find out, unfortunately. Well, here we won't. In the page that we're on.
All right. Anyways, let's go.
Yeah. Like I said, scroll down.
No, here,
there-
right here.
Oh,
Jigglypuff used
Jigglypuff
flash.
uses flash. Oh
Oh no!
We
no!
do. Oh shit.
Jigglypuff
Oh, no.
uses flash, and
Oh,
you
no.
can.
And then
Oh.
Emil, I don't know if I want to read this one. I'll read it in a Chris Hansen impression as though he's reading to Emil. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, I don't think there's much room for interpretation when you said here, why, who knew a round orb could have such lovely round orbs?
And then he acknowledges he's terrible.
Oh my, oh no.
He's
Oh
aware
no.
of what he's doing.
I know it's wrong. I say I know it's wrong, but I'm doing it anyway. The one time a Mr. Enter quote is appropriate here.
Mr. Enter actually had a pretty decent response to this. whole
Oh, yeah?
thing. We're not gonna read it, but he did.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Enter actually said something. Wow, I'm surprised.
And it was not garbage for once.
Hey, there you
I'm
go.
very surprised. He didn't
Anyways,
make
it
track.
either way it continues until attract wears off, and then he says, "You,
Where is
yeah,
you?
bottom, the very last line."
Okay. Ew, there's a dead thing over there. Its eyes are grossly huge and its sneakers smell horrible. And there he goes again with the shoes! The feet! Oh my god.
Like I said, this if it wasn't clear, there was sexual undertones to this before.
Now it's very clear. Anyways,
Yeah, let me.
let
me
me
see
here. Scroll down to
see
see
if you
more
find
sussy
it.
stuff.
Yeah,
See if I
you
see if I
see-
find more sussy stuff. All right, hold on a minute.
Oh, if you scroll down to page 28, there's more feet stuff.
More feet. All right, here we go. Oh yeah, here it is. Like I guess like
Oh, right. But hold
oh
on,
here that Jigglypuff used tickle. He and then
Yeah,
and
tickling.
then he goes
Emil's
and then he like
feet.
laughs as though he's being tickled and he says, "Give me back my shoes. You're mean." And then
Lost
she says,
connection.
"Lost connection." And then she says,
Throws your shoes in the with jiggly.
and then Chuggaaconroy says, "No, why did you?"
Jiggly wanted to nuzzles. Attraction wore off.
Double slap.
Yeah,
Emil used snatch.
well to steal.
Got
To,
his shoes back.
Well, I have shoes once more. Okay. Well, okay.
yeah, and then Lolly says they were in the river.
Oh yeah, because he threw his shoes in the river. So that
Okay.
means it has to be someone else's shoes.
Yeah, and then
And then he
says,
and then he says, "Nah, I borrowed yours to replace them." Heh, snatch.
and snitch. And then Lolly says, "Ha ha ha! You're wearing girls' shoes."
And then he says, "Psh, as if you wear girl shoes."
Well, he says I wear frilly shoes and such.
And such.
Your move.
And then
And
Chugga
then he
says,
says,
at least I have shoes and my feet don't smell.
once again, feet.
Feet. Oh my god. Oh man.
And more talking about shoes.
More talking about shoes.
And at the end of it, he says, haha, I'm terrible.
Haha, I'm
Like,
terrible.
next page.
Oh,
Next
haha,
page.
I'm terrible.
He says, but he's worse.
All right.
And then, he says, but I'm worse, right? And then emoticon.
And then worser.
Worse arrest.
Ass.
And then
Oh,
Like-
jeez.
oh my god, this is getting really bad.
Yeah.
Okay, I
Maybe
read
not
ahead a
before-
little bit, but like we'll get to it when we get to it.
Yeah.
Oh no. All right. You're the bestest worserest.
Mindfuck. And then emoticon.
And then nah, if it were a real mind boggle, you wouldn't have corrected it.
Sigh, brain shock.
It's from Earthbound.
Yeah, okay. At least I have boots.
My boots. How very girly of you. Now put on a skirt.
I feel like snatching something different than that. Snatches glasses. Now I can see if I tilt my head to match the crooked frames.
Walks into a wall. I can't see.
May you stub your bare toes for a lifetime.
So he's into gore.
Oh no! That for legal purposes, that was a joke.
Yeah, because it feet stubbing your toe.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Ha ha ha.
And then Chugga says, "You sure you?" Yeah, you
yeah,
can.
you sure you want me taking your skirt? That'd be illegal, you know. For once, he
That's a CGI reference.
illegal, you
Yeah.
know.
Illegal, you know.
Not the one I'm wearing. Hand spare skirt.
I'll wear that as a hat.
Put it on. It's like a kill. Only a lot more gay.
You'd cry if I were gay. What the heck? What is that? What does that mean?
It means that he wouldn't be into her. That's what it means. And then Wally says, I would not. Your fangirls would, not me.
And then he says, "Yeah, I want to go rest for a little, all that stuff."
Yeah, scroll down.
Let's see, what the heck? Oh dear. But
What?
that's just just right here. That's just like the.
Yeah, that's her saying it.
That's
to
her
him.
saying that, and it's the 15-year-old. Anyways,
Just keep scrolling because
let's see.
yeah, this is the page. Scroll up a little bit.
This is the page. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess we'll start here, where Chuggaaconroy says,
Yeah.
"Don't pretend you didn't know, stalker."
Well, I admit I have stalked that before, but I didn't. But I didn't put that together. Did I die?
Possibly from boot deprivation.
So he's still engaging in his foot fetish with the 15-year-old.
Of course he is.
Connection died, and I die from everything, it's going to be food deprivation. He can't chew. It seems like she just had surgery around this time.
Probably.
So, and then
Where are we at?
Chugga says lots of.
There's just a lot of shit
You-
here. And then
Yeah. Anyways, Chugga says, "Ha." Well, yeah. Here's where it begins.
Okay.
Um,
Well, I wouldn't say I was trying. I was more so really hopeful. I've come to the conclusion that every girl in existence meets one or more of the following criteria. Lives 2,000 miles away. Gay. Related to you. Under 18.
Related to me.
Me.
In that.
Excuse me.
related
Yeah,
to
and
him.
it's related to him, yeah. Under 18 and illegal. Mentally insane. Taken or married. Ha ha ha.
Christianism right there. That is
very much a
Christian thing.
Christian thing. Very much so.
Thing to
2,000
say.
miles away.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't that on his attraction sign?
It kind of yeah, honestly, that is very much like an attraction sign.
Yeah, it is.
Well, he's talking about all the things that happens.
Yeah,
to,
no,
like,
I
every
know.
girl
I
in
know.
that.
It just gives me the vibe of Christian.
Mm-hmm.
It just gives you the vibes of the attraction sign.
Yeah. All right. Anyways, what the heck?
Where are we going?
Well, it then says a guy that I like lives about 18 hours away from me and will be 18 in the fall. Yeah, a lot of 18. As who cares about it being legal and who cares about long distance?
Lolly, I wouldn't say that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a little.
she's 15.
She's 15
and is naive.
Yeah, she's naive. So then
I plan to move with him when I get the chance.
And then Chuggaaconroy says, someone fails at calculating how far away Florida is from Canada.
Well, him leaning into that. Oh no.
He leaned into that. What?
Oh no.
He thought
all he has to
he
say.
thought he was like leaning into it being him. What? Oh boy.
Yeah. I don't think he thought it. I think he was leaning into that. After engaging in the sexual RP. And then Lolly says, "Lol, it's not you. I told you I had someone else I loved."
I
and
know
he
it was
says-
just a see what you did there moment.
And then Lolly says, "Lol, I'm illegal to you anyways."
And then he says, yeah, I'm gonna be 20 in a month.
Oh, so this was before April, right before April.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's 5 years older than that's 5 years older than me, and then oh, wait a second.
What?
What?
Wait, no. I thought
okay.
something was weird. Never mind.
Okay, never mind. Never mind.
Okay, alright, okay. Okay, what the heck? He says, never actually had a girlfriend before. Well, I had one, but I prefer not to count her.
Well, I've never officially had a boyfriend either, but I like to count the guy I like. Shot. I don't know.
And then
Probably an emoticon.
And then he says, like, seeing as we never went out, we never kissed, it all ended up just being a trick.
A lot. Talking to.
Oh, so he got let on.
Yeah. Oh, it
Shit.
says a lie?
Yeah, the whole thing was a lie.
Was the girl GLaDOS?
Not a time for a
And
portal
something.
joke.
Yeah, and then he says, huh? And then Portal reference.
Yeah, and he never played.
Yeah, he didn't know
Portal.
what portal was for a while.
Yeah, okay. I think, like, I think we can probably skip until we can see more,
Yeah.
like, really sus stuff.
I used to know a portal speedrunner. I don't anymore.
Okay,
like, he
here.
doesn't
Oh,
play
here we
Portal.
go. Oh, here we go. All right. Let's see.
I know I'm not supposed to be eating solids. Yep, but I'm starving.
He says, "You're a baby."
What? Why do you always come up with names for me? First Jigglypuff, and now this.
And then he says, "You're just fun to pick on."
Of course. And here's my sword.
And then
Don't do this others. You might see my cheeks.
he says, "Love the cheeks making only one eye visible." And then Lolly responds with dots. And then Chuggaaconroy here says, "And which cheeks are we talking?"
And then he just says, "Ha ha ha! I had to."
Bruh.
Not funny, didn't laugh.
Not funny. Didn't laugh.
And then he says, "It's even funnier because I had a panty shot up, but it got removed." And then Chugga says,
He says, "I don't get why it's your own private album to show only to people you want to see. You should be able to have whatever you want on there."
"You shouldn't encourage kids to upload
Don't-
lewd photos
yeah,
of themselves
Don't
on the
do
internet."
that.
People to do that. I wouldn't encourage people. to do
Especially
that ever.
since he's engaged in sexualized RP with this.
Ew.
Mhm.
Oh, I didn't know about any of this.
Neither did I until I went through it.
I read the document a day after it had been released. And then I had to, because of the whole Twitter hate mob BS, I literally went to somebody who knows Emil and someone who also knows the lawyer. I will not name them because I wish to keep them anonymous for their privacy.
I see why you were hating on Emil so passionately earlier now. I see that now.
Exactly. This is why, because I had a zero tolerance policy for any of this shit.
Yeah, I see why too. Like before all of this, we're not even done, ladies and gentlemen. It gets worse.
No.
Oh boy.
But regardless of that, I was like, hey, it just looks like the guy's in defeat. It's not a big. I don't see the big deal.
But then,
And then
we see this.
Let's look into this.
This is the thing that people will really see what's going on here.
Yeah, let's continue.
All right. So we go here, or do we skip ahead?
Where are we
keep
going?
scrolling. Just keep scrolling.
Okay,
Okay,
keep going,
alright.
keep going. March 23rd.
And
March
is this
23rd.
weird thing?
Is things get really bad? I don't know.
Give me a second. Just stay.
Stay
I
here.
want to see if this. Yeah, stay here for a sec. More foot stuff. Yeah, more.
Let's see here. I believe. Oh, hello. Scuff stream, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, this is. What is the stream dying again? Or-
No. I just accidentally opened something, but I quickly switched over to the Scuff stream
He
image
opened
before
the Scuff stream
before it
image.
showed up.
Yeah, no. This
was-
is
it
where
was
the
innocuous.
conversation, I believe, starts to really heat up.
Oh dear. Okay, where is it?
Page?
Let's just the next page.
Next page. Okay, here. All right.
Oh,
Okay,
geez.
we're getting right into it. Okay, all right. Oh boy. He says here, find then you asked for it, ties you to a tree, takes your boots, cuts down the tree, and makes it fall on you.
And then abuse dead under a tree. Little soul flies out. I'm a haunt you now.
Haunt me, and the boots get it.
Yeah. And then possesses you, make you slap yourself in the face. You're
And then he says, you're asking for it, eats your boots.
so he's into
great.
floor now.
Oh, no.
Either that has to do something with him and being into shoes, or that's a SpongeBob reference. I don't know.
It could be both.
I think it's both.
It could be, but we don't know. Anyway.
Anyways.
And then makes you stick your finger anorexic and
Oh no.
And
I'll
then
make it throw up.
he says, ha, that actually doesn't make me throw up in real life.
or is that bulimic? And then
And he says,
I've tried it.
he says, I've tried it.
Yeah. Oh damn it! So I have nothing.
And then it says, it's okay, you can have your boots back.
In about 24
Oh,
hours.
oh boy. I see what's up ahead. Oh boy.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I see what's up ahead too, and yeah.
And then makes you punch yourself in the stomach. Oh no, you didn't. Triple slap.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Keep it up and I'll do the same to your socks.
Oh
no.
It is sexual.
This is getting
one-
really bad.
Oh, there's your answer, Dr. R. It is very much from him being into feet.
Yes. There's your answer.
Right. And remember, this is also necrophilia
Oh no.
and vor, seemingly.
What?
Like boot
How?
vor.
Never mind.
Remember,
Because
she's dead
she's a
under
ghost.
a tree.
Oh yeah, she's dead. She's a ghost.
Yeah.
Makes you punch yourself in the stomach. Nope. Oh no, you didn't. Triple
We
slap.
already did that. We did we're here.
Oh yeah, right. Oh yeah, it's like the Wizard of Oz gone bad. And the witch he killed and stole my boots. Wait, I have your body. Makes you run around naked, in the streets, and then
And then he says here, you'd like to force me to be naked.
you don't. Like I said, he shouldn't be leaning in.
He should not be leaning into that. No, he should not.
Regardless of the context,
Right.
if this was just that, he shouldn't be leaning into it because Because she's 15,
She's
and
15.
he's almost 20.
Yeah, like why?
Yep.
Oh man.
And then Lolly says, give it a rest.
And then
Makes you take photos of yourself and post them on 4chan.
and then
Oh, we're bad. And then Chugga said,
he says, "I would threaten to eat more of your clothes, but that would be illegal, you know."
Enough with the CDI reference.
mm-hmm.
Anyway,
And then there's more. There's just good, go to jail. And then there's more of this. And then he says, fine, eat your skirt. And then she does woman
Yeah,
nonsense.
oh no. Oh no. All right. Let's see here.
Makes you wear and then she makes him wear lipstick and dance and basically prostitute himself out while cross-dressing. And then
Chica says, "Eat your crooked glasses." And then she says,
stops eating things on my corpse. You might possible necrophile, philiac.
and then he says, "Fine, I'll stop eating things on your corpse." Eats your corpse.
It's literally fucking vor.
Oh, ew. Ew.
My guy, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
That's a Zango moment right there.
It is, though.
Leon, because he also.
Yeah, never did
Well,
I ever think.
Mango's actually into Vor. I don't know if Emil really is.
I never thought. I never thought I'd see the day where Chuggaaconroy would be compared to Zango.
But here we are.
Boy, here we are now. Okay, all right. Anyways,
Oh, this whole RP has involved vor, necrophilia, cross-dressing. Though that was Lolly introducing that. And of course, she's a 15-year-old girl, so
he shouldn't be leaning into it.
no.
And then just like that, and then he sits here. "Why are all the things you do to me weird? You really
So he
do want
knows
me."
they are.
He
Remember, he
knows.
acknowledged he was terrible earlier, so he knows they're very sexual.
He knows.
Yeah, and then the day ends.
And the day ends. Yeah, all right.
And just let me find the
Find
next.
more like really sussy stuff. Oh,
Yeah.
man, this is long.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah. No, the next one.
Next page.
Yeah, next page.
Okay, all right. Let's see here.
Well, shortly before the next page,
Actually, here. All right. Okay.
and she's. Wait, is that? Where am I? I'll just screw it. I'll just steal yours, even if they stink. We know he is into stinky feet, so that is.
Yeah.
Well, he then says, Shh. But I want mine, you creep. I bet you cradle them all night long, but you're a stalker as much as me. Her. And then Meebo fails, and then she sends it again. She just sends it again. This is the system failing.
All right. Okay. And
then
then
he says,
"Hey, I stopped after the first time."
And then Lolly says, sure, you're trying to get away with the murder and rape of me. Pedo.
And then he says, "R word, I never did."
Rape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Or did you? Dramatic music.
He says, "You just want me to, which is why you brought it up."
And then, which she did bring up rape initially.
She did bring it up, but also he shouldn't have been leaning into it.
Yeah, and then she calls him a pedo more. So she didn't, and then calls him a pedo even more. So, and then
He says, "Again, you bring it up." That's not an excuse.
no, you bring it up, and then it looks probably a gun emoji.
Yeah, which you can't use anymore.
So then my friend was like, "Oh no, his 4chan is down." So I was like, "Gee, that sure is unfortunate." Oh, that pun hurts.
Yeah, well, puns. and then Meebo failed to send this. And just scroll down.
Okay, all right. Let's see here. Since I is Stalker, can Stalker do anything for you for your birthday besides giving you my boots? And then he says, "Oh, I was gonna ask that."
Why?
Why? Why? Why? Oh my god. Holy cow.
Yeah, and then she goes on about sending stuff for her birthday. Continues.
Okay, basically, all that. Let me see here.
Yeah, nothing really of note here, but we're almost at the end. Wait, scroll up.
Wait. Okay, what is this? He says.
Lolly says, yeah, here we go.
Okay, Lolly says it's really close to the bottom, and then he says here, that's what she said.
Yeah, which is, if without the context, that would be about the furthest you would go when it comes to that. But everything else, it just makes it even worse.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And then she spams F, of course, and near the bottom. Stop making sex puns before I can. And then tear. And then she says she's going to bed.
Okay, all right. And then he says, "Hi, it works, unless you send me a bomb."
Anyways.
Yeah, we probably just send that.
Just scroll down. We're almost at the climax.
Oh no.
Though I'm sure he's climaxed several times in this.
Ooh. Oh no. All right. Yeah, as I would say, Dr. R is not having any of this.
Yeah, just
I'm not having any of this with any of
just keep scrolling.
anything being said right now. And
we're almost there. Just keep
I
scrolling.
know. I'm aware.
Let's see here.
Oh,
I think there's something here.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I
No,
might
that's
need
just like sadness.
Oh, it's just like
okay,
that.
all right, okay.
But then sniffing boots. Yeah, here it is. Here is the thing. This is it. And then
here we go.
Wait, no, we're reading this in full.
Oh boy, here
Lolly says,
we go.
"Good morning. You busy?"
Chuggaaconroy then says, "Haha, nope. Editing, but it's not too intensive. Why?"
All right. I just hate to bother you, but I always think you're doing something important. XD.
And then he says, "Haha, don't worry about it." And then
Lolly then says, "I like to be a bit considerate, or at least I try. The game. You guys lost the game again." And then
Chuggaaconroy says, "You suck."
And then Lolly says, "I love you too." And then
he
like,
says, "I know you do."
You secretly love small children. Don't deny it.
I see what is in front of me, and I am convulsing. I'm actually convulsing.
And yeah.
Okay, he says here, "Poof, poof, you're only a few years younger. Yay, creeping."
I know that, but it's still pedophilia, and it's okay, but it will never stop us. And I have no idea what's wrong with me. Lack of sleep. At this point, if no further, like you would know when your 15-year-old love interest is openly calling you a pedophile.
Yeah, that's ooh. Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah.
Holy
And
cow.
he doesn't say much of it. Even more so, he then goes into foot fetish RP, where he says, notices a bulge in your boots, and then pushes you down, snatches your boots.
And he says, "You wear my sneakers inside your boots. You're cheating."
And then she yells, rape, blows a rape whistle.
And then he says, "Gah," crams my feet into the boots since I have no other shoes to run in.
And then he says, "Ga is pinned." And what? Yeah, no, fuck. Boot fetish. So she knows at this point. And then eventually, they're having full-on sexual repeat, and Chugga says, "I guess it's not pedophilia."
No, my...
The one doing the raping.
Are you...
Fuck me!
Ladies
So,
and gentlemen.
This is the part I bet.
Gentlemen. Okay.
This is the
Alright,
part I
okay.
was dreading we'd come
I'm
to.
going... Okay, I'm gonna say this right now. I hope these are fake. I really hope these are fake.
I don't think they are, because it would be a lot of effort. It would be a lot of effort to fake them.
Yeah, to fake all of that, it would be a lot of effort.
Delta and Pineapple, I have spoken with someone about this, and I will be giving what I have heard.
Sure.
Yes?
So, before you people start jumping on the bandwagon saying that this man is like Zango, I actually spoke to somebody who talked to a lawyer about this. And according to the criminal justice procedures, he does not classify as a groomer under his state laws, no matter what state he would be living in, whether it be Georgia, which is where his state is now, or Florida, which he previously lived in. But, however, if he was to be pressed charges to at the time, it would have been a misdemeanor.
Interesting.
I know the South has weird fucking laws, but
At the same time, this is literally fucked.
This is
Like,
still very messed up.
Even if he went
still-
in jail for it, it's absolutely fucked.
yeah, I'm not defending these actions one fucking bit.
I mean,
This is repulsive.
It's pedophilia of opportunity rather than of pure desire. Like if he had any other women, he would be a woman to do this with. As we've seen with adults, he would very easily do it.
Yeah.
But when he didn't,
Holy cow.
Rafa Colon 4, did you hear anything I just said about what the lawyer told me?
it is Zango-ish.
It is
though.
it is kind of Zango-ish, though, if you really think about it.
It is. But again, he doesn't, before you start putting labels on a meal, he doesn't classify as that label according to laws.
Well, I
Like I
mean,
said-
she calls him that.
Yeah.
I know, but
And he doesn't bother to dispute it.
Yeah, he doesn't bother to dispute it.
He even says that it's not pedophilia. The only reason it wouldn't be pedophilia is she would be raping him.
Yeah.
like, this is cringy shit.
It's beyond cringy.
Oh,
shit.
yeah, it's very messed up. Ooh. Oh, boy.
Like, this is, I don't even know if I can even read this document anymore.
Anyways,
Like,
I'm having a hard time reading it, too. Holy cow.
and then Wally says, "You sure love being raped," which means the rape is it's willing, and willing rape is sex. So now it's pedophilia. He dodges.
He dodges it, saying, "My feet are cold. Can I please have my shoes back?"
Like I said, it seems like at this point he realizes and doesn't want to incriminate himself.
He just
Yeah.
realizes, like, he doesn't want to incriminate himself for it.
He now realizes it.
He doesn't want to cut her off, and we'll see that he doesn't. And he still goes in with the foot fetish stuff. But like I said, he seems to realize if he is very close to just incriminating himself.
Mm-hmm.
Not that this shit isn't incriminating, but he could have easily responded with, "I guess so," agreeing with her, and
Yeah.
that would have been an admission of guilt.
Oh my goodness. Alright. Well, anyways,
If like I don't know how much later that is
in the
from
future.
first. Yeah.
All right.
More foot fetish kisses, hugs and kisses over the internet.
Where's that?
Chuggaaconroy.
Where? Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know where it is.
You thought you would never talking about foot stuff. I said you'd never look, getting you off aim by Necro, calling him a necrophile. Honestly,
And
this scenario seems very likely that it'd come out of an anime. Honestly.
Correct.
yeah. Also, he says you can have them for a hug, and then he says, "How about kisses?"
And then she says, "You can have the boots too." And he says, "That's more like it." And then she removes two things, then good personal information, apparently.
And then she says, "Okay, yeah."
Where are we now, Pineapple?
Hell. We're in hell.
Yes.
I mean, in the document, damn you.
Like I said, just keep scrolling down. Talking about slapping tits. Here.
Ew.
Oh,
And here's another thing. Here's the other big
I
thing.
see it. I see it right here.
No, that's not it.
But it is still very much like, oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
either that makes her. Yeah, him saying he makes her horny. Don't I do that every day?
Yeah, it's still very ew, but also let's see this.
hey, before you go, hey, Mikey, I would wish you would quit backseat hosting. Thank you very much.
He's just in the chat.
Yeah, he's commenting on it. It's fine. I'm not.
Yeah,
really
it's
knowing
fine.
him
He's just in the chat. Don't worry about him.
All right.
But yeah. Lolly causes him to lose the game again, and then Chugga says,
How many
He
times have
says-
we lost the game now? You know, it doesn't matter.
That doesn't matter. He says Lolly's a lolly.
And then Lolly says, hiya. And then, he says Lolly's a lolly. And then what's normal human being doing up at 7 a.m, and then more girl things. And then he says, we're reading this in full, by the way.
Oh boy, he says FKU in there.
And then more girl thing. That was an unintentional fuck you, but still.
He says, but yeah, I actually had a normal sleeping time today.
It's the end of the world. And yes, my nickname is Lolly.
I see it. I see it. I see it. We're gonna read it, but I see it. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
He says, okay. So, Emil, you write here, hey, with your cosplays, you really are a lolly.
Hey, please don't tell me you don't know the actual meaning of lolly. And nuh-uh.
I don't know if I can read this one out loud.
Lolly, it has much a nicer ring to it than pedo crush.
Dr. R, you are
Yes?
you were fully justified in your I thought before you were being like too angry, but now I see why. I see why.
You see why I was angry?
I see why you were mad. Holy cow.
But there's your admission of guilt, Your Honor.
There is the admission of guilt, Your Honor.
Unfortunately, it's 14 years later, so...
Yeah, unfortunately.
Fortunately, it's 14 years later, so you can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
And then more shoe stuff.
And then more shoe stuff.
More shoe crap. More shoe crap. Now you see why I was so angry.
I do.
I do as well.
Holy cow.
Yeah, I told you this would be a roller coaster, Delta.
Oh yeah, you did. And
I was so angry, I had to prevent myself from punching my strat right in the neck and bending the truss rod.
oh, yeah, you don't want to be mistreating your guitars like that.
No, I've already torn 2 strings off of it in anger before, and that was
Gotta hurt. Holy
Laura.
cow.
It did, but after a while it didn't.
Yeah, this is about it. That was the climax.
That was like the worst
Yeah.
it got.
That was the worst it probably got.
Yep.
I haven't read past that part.
Holy cow. Wow.
I skimmed it. It's just more foot stuff.
Wow.
So
Wow.
this is from Nintendo Capri Sun, and
Yeah.
I'll read anything.
This
Tim
is
said.
direct. This is the direct thing that happened right after
So-
this.
Before you say anything for anybody, no, he did not attempt to take his own life.
No, that was speculated. The stress just got to him. He has chronic stomach ulcers, and stress inflames those.
Yes,
Mm.
he has chronic stomach ulcers. He's had that problem for quite a while, and the stress inflamed him. So, anywho, Tim says he is safe. He is not at the house right now. Edit for at least 2 days. He has no access to his phone. When I mentioned very serious help yesterday, just trying to stay discreet.
Mm.
Mhm.
Let's see here. Let's go right.
Yeah, he's actually allowed to call us on the phone they have there, just not his own phone. Last time we talked was literal minutes after the latest allegation came out, so that was uncomfortable. But he knows
The
he...
latest
knows
allegation
what to do.
Being that document we just read.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the latest allegation. Okay. He told us that we should stay away from him, and conversation ended shortly after that. He was talking about when he was at the hospital, he shouldn't visit him.
Mm.
Yeah.
I called back an hour later, but only talked to his girlfriend at that time. I was downstairs cooking. According to her, he apparently was on some heavy medication, so it was pretty mellow. But he passed on his blessings to me and to say where he's at. The thing is, I do that. I worry that people will lash out at the victims in response and say, "Look what you made him do." Twitter, especially. The discourse around here is so much more civil, and I do appreciate that. But yeah, it's a weird day.
No kidding.
I know,
Honestly,
especially to
yeah.
hear all this crap come out about one of your greatest friends,
Yeah.
Tim.
Also, no, Mikey, you cannot join the call. This is, we're doing this.
Thank you very much, Delta. I didn't want to have to say it.
Yeah,
All
there
right,
you go.
here's Proton John. I hear everyone wanting me to speak about Emil. I have a lot of feelings that I'm sorting through. I'm extremely disappointed and confused on what's next. Please be patient while I process things. Just so you know, I don't condone his actions. I'll share my thoughts when I'm ready. And
Bet
then
you didn't know about the latest
you
thing.
didn't know
huh?
about the last thing. Yeah, sorry, Pineapple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then John says, correct.
Oh, boy.
And
All right.
later, I saw John's response 2 days ago.
And then
And
here's
this is
another.
Chili again.
Yeah, you can read that, Delta.
All right. This
Yeah,
will be my second and final statement on Chuggaaconroy. Please do not message me anything in regards to him anymore. Words cannot describe how utterly disgusted I am by what came to light last night with Worcester's post. I commend him and the brave woman who brought that situation to light. I had hope, from the prior revelations, that Emil would be able to seek professional help and better himself, but after the vile things I read last night, I no longer feel that is the case. The only help I feel that can happen now is karmic retribution or a criminal case. I am no longer going to associate myself with such a twisted person. To anyone who can still defend him after all this, please take yourself elsewhere. You are not welcome here. I'd like to reiterate, I will no longer be talking about him anymore publicly. Thank you, Ashley Canadian Chili.
Well, here's the problem with that, Ashley. John and Tim, they don't defend his actions, but they're still going to associate with him. Does that mean you're going to disassociate with John?
We'll
and
see.
Tim?
We'll see
We'll
about
see.
that.
Like I
I
said,
don't know if they will, but we haven't gotten there yet. All right, here's Tim again.
All right.
I don't know if it's set in stone yet, but after Emil gets out of rehab, I believe he wants to go and disappear and go stay with his girlfriend for another
question:
specified
rehab for
time.
what exactly?
I think it was the whole thing with the stress and whatnot.
Probably. Could be, honestly.
Probably. I think we'll see that later with Tim.
Well, it's odd to call it rehab then, and not just.
It didn't say how
hospital.
long. Could be months, could be a year, but he won't be here. He said I could stay at the house and look after it as we continue to split the bills like we've been doing.
Wow, alright. Okay.
All right, Tim again.
Once
He
again,
didn't attempt
clarifying what
anything.
we said before.
He called the hotline, and he called it himself. Just clearing up that small misconception. I'm probably not going to be looking at any social media much today. I mean, he sends the hand heart emoji.
All right.
Reference, he called the suicide hotline and he was in the hospital for stomach ulcers. So.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he
no.
called the suicide hotline. I think he called a mental health hotline.
Maybe.
Either
But
way.
it doesn't matter.
Either way, he
All
called.
right, here's Tim again. So, here's a little bit about the timeline so far. He made the hotline call on Wednesday morning and was admitted then. That night, he was transferred to another facility. I assume they wanted to deal with his ulcers and internal bleeding that was caused by stress first. It was about 2 a.m. Thursday morning, so technically the 72 hours goes until 2 a.m. Sunday morning. So about 11 hours from now. He's talking to a psychiatrist today, but we don't know for sure if he's going to get out tomorrow or not. They might keep him for one more day, but that's up to the docs. Oh, and a small edit in case anyone wonders. I deleted the videos of him and me watching the Nintendo Directs. I haven't deleted the Pokemon Sapphire finale where he post-commentated on, Yoshi's Crafted World with his name in the title. I still got to remove some Twitch alerts and fix Steven and Tom's countermeasures. While I'm trying to disassociate publicly, I'm not giving up on him personally, but this is pretty rough, or pretty tough. I work on myself, better make a hot dog. Feeling a little hungry. Dang it, Tim. Yeah, I know Tim likes to use funny words, and that's just him. I mean, dude, he's 45.
He's just trying to lighten the mood,
Yeah.
seemingly.
He's just trying to lighten the mood. And that's what I like about Tim. He always tries to lighten the mood no matter how stressful it is.
Yeah.
Anyway, why did we start saying hungry anyway? Homer Simpson said in like 2001. But sure feels more recent than that.
All right. Next up.
All right, Tim again. You get to hear my mock Nintendo Capri Sun voice. Rather than making a reply to all up in here, I'm just going to drop this. Emil is home. He's more lucid than I think I've ever seen him since last summer. We had multiple long talks already. I know I said elsewhere, I'm not much one for serious conversations, but I think it went pretty well. I told him that I still held him accountable, which was pretty hard to do. And he said that he respected that. But I also said that I wasn't giving up on him. I went to Starbucks, came home, had pizza, and watched Ed and Eddie for about an hour. And he actually laughed a little bit a few times. First time I heard him laugh in like 2 weeks. I guess the interest of transparency, not that I think he would ever come up otherwise, but I was aware that he was starting to go to therapy again for like a few months ago. I say again because he was going for about a year, then he stopped, and then he started again. This was yet another thing that I didn't ask him about because I felt it was none of my business. I assumed that it was a combination of stress, having a girlfriend overseas, losing his cat, the bed bugs, the septic tank leak, in the bathroom, and the stress of his work. Some of those videos, the one about PokeStar Shooters, for example, took almost a week to make. I remember sitting in here listening to him do that like 4 or 5 takes for so many lines. What a perfectionist. I guess one other thing I want to make clear while I'm here about the ulcers, those were not directly caused by what happened last week. He had stomach problems even before that. I have no doubt with the stress last week probably exacerbated it. But this didn't give him the ulcers. Yes, that's another thing I could have probably been more clear about, but I'm not used to having much power in my own hands. And, you know what they say about great power. Please, be safe, folks. Sending good vibes to all, NCS.
All right. I like how transparent NCS is being.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
So
Proton
Tim-
John made his statement.
Tim is probably one of the absolute greatest people I know ever.
Nice.
I knew him before I knew Chugga. I knew him before I knew what John was. I knew him before I knew what a Let's Player was. He was my very first Let's Player YouTuber. And my inspiration comes from him and him alone. So anyway, I'm about to go into John. Thanks everyone for waiting. I needed some time to process this, and we'll talk to some people before posting this. Here's my post about Emil and TRG's future. That being wrong, guys.
Mm-hmm. I imagine we're probably going to be looking at this document.
Well,
Yes, we
here's
are.
just what it is. It just
Okay.
happened in a tweet.
Thanks for your patience for my response about the recent events. I have a lot of mixed feelings and emotions going over this. But after some long talks, I'm ready to share what the plan is moving forward. First off, to those who were affected by Emil's actions, I am sincerely sorry that this happened to you. I hope that all of you are able to find some closure and begin to heal again. To our viewers, I'm sorry for the distress that many has put this on you. After a long talk with Emil and Tim, we've decided to put the TRG channel on an indefinite hiatus. That does not mean it is dead. That means it's on an indefinite hiatus for however long Emil is gone for. I will be distancing myself from Emil professionally, which is good. I get why you would do that, John. I don't condone his actions either. Emil has decided that he will be taking time away from the internet to better himself and reflect on his actions. I wish him the best of luck in getting the help that he needs. The projects that we've already recorded for TRG that haven't been posted will likely not be posted. It doesn't feel right to post them as if nothing happened. Maybe sometime down the road they'll get posted, but that will be ways off. Tim and I will be considering starting a new channel and getting some of our closest friends involved doing so we can embody the core energy of TRG without cutting free of the name. This won't be for a while, though, as I think we need to take a break after a few months. Coliseum will still be moving forward, and this is still planned for this year, but we will be rebranding it slightly and removing the TRG name. We feel it's bigger that one person and puts out. We feel it's bigger than just one person and puts out too much good in the world to lose. We will have more info on that later. Throne Controllers will also be continuing at cons with myself, Tim, and although the con circuit for this year may be a bit different, I'll keep you posted on that. So it's not going to be Tom Fox next, or it may be Tom Fox, we don't know. My hope is that everybody involved can heal from this, and there's a new path ahead, and the best for all of us moving forward. Thanks, Proton John.
Well, there you go.
Will TRG remain as a channel and everything that's uploaded is showing viewable? No plans to remove videos from the channel. All right, I'll let you read this, Delta.
All right. Question. Will the taped Throne controllers that haven't been uploaded be uploaded to another channel, like on yours or another one?
There's only one mag to show at the moment, but that will likely go up on my VOD channel, as will future ones. I'll be hiring on Dan, who's the editor for TRG, to do all the edit work for me, or do all the edit work for stuff like that. He's not missing out on work from TRG.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it.
That is it for the stream.
For now, at least.
At least for now.
Not yet.
Is it for the Emil or Chuggaaconroy roller coaster?
The question is Emil still a danger to children? That's my biggest takeaway.
So,
question.
That's hard to say.
I don't know. I don't think he's interacted with somebody who is underage since that time, because again, when Lolly and him interacted again, she was an adult.
Yeah.
So
the question is, and the reason why I pose that question is flat out because it ultimately hinges on it. Because Chugga's pedophilic acts a decade ago were clearly a result of being opportunistic and Lolly egging him on. Not saying Lolly deserved that in any way.
No.
She should.
No.
Emil, the second thing started getting sexual, Emil should have just said, "Hey, no, don't. You shouldn't be doing this." But instead he went along with it. He gave into it little by little until he ultimately said that he had a crush on her, and it was pedophilic in nature.
It's a very oh dear moment.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think Emil would be a danger to one. I don't know. I'm not Emil. I don't share like private conversations with Emil. I don't have any of them. I don't
ultimately I would say the best descriptor for Emil would be dangerous person.
Probably. Yeah, I'd say so.
The good news is for Emil is from Tim. We know that he is getting help.
Yes,
at least he's getting the help he needs, which sets him apart from every other piece of shit that does stuff like this. At least Emil is taking the right steps.
That is true.
Yeah. Like I said, though, it is. Like I said,
But-
it's certainly been a roller coaster. It goes from him just having interactions with adults to having a very explicit one with the child when he was nearly 20 and she was 15 going on 16. So it.
So until
Like I said, it depends though, because since then, like I said, a fan sent him a picture of her shoes when she was a teenager
Elliot,
as
I don't
well,
have time for a call.
and he seems to be interested in little girls' feet shoes in video games. So
yeah,
it is.
that much is true. At least I can say, though, at this very moment, he is not a danger to children simply on the basis of he's at the hospital.
He was at a hospital. Now he's
he's home. Okay.
But like I said, I don't think he intentionally goes after children because they were children. I think that was where he was getting his attention from a decade ago. And
exactly.
And when one was overly pushy, he took advantage of her.
Yeah, and he just kind of went with it.
Yeah, he just went with it. Went with it.
As for people with paraphernalias, it can like feet. It can lead them to being attracted to children because of that said paraphernalia. So, but not from an exclusive interest in children. So
Correct.
Mm.
So
Like I said,
myself. What?
You go. Sorry, I was gonna.
So I myself have spoken with people who are affiliated with like a Discord server of TRG. I have spoken with a lot of people who have talked on this matter. And I wanted to make a statement about Emil. And my statement about Emil is that Emil, I don't think you're ever going to hear this. I left a message for you in the document from the Discord server. There was a Discord server that made a whole document wishing that you hope that you get the help, that you heal from this, and that, in all honesty, we just hope that you become a better person and take the journey that you need to. I know that you're now planning to go overseas to see your girlfriend, and I hope that you can get therapy wherever that may be. I don't know exactly. But Emil, I don't condone these actions whatsoever. I don't condone the role play. I don't condone talking to women like this at all. And I honestly would probably be more angry about this if you didn't go get the help. But you are.
You done your statement?
Emil?
Go on.
Emil, please, I hope that you stick with that. I hope that you heal. And I hope for the better for you. But as far as right now, I don't think I can watch your content or anything right now for you. But still, Emil, I honestly hope that you take the steps and you finally heal, realizing what was wrong. And then when you come back, whenever that is, you can turn over a new leaf, and hopefully people will enjoy you just the way that they did before.
Well, is that all you have to say?
That is all I have to say. Pineapple. Right.
I have a slightly different thing. Now, at this point, I don't know whether Emil, when he did it, it was still, and when he did it, it was 14 years ago. He was young. It was still fucking wrong.
Very much.
Exactly. It may have
given-
been a decade ago. It's still wrong.
given, and he knew it was wrong then, but young, dumb stuff happens.
Young, dumb, stupid.
But like I said, at the same time, provided this isn't some great elaborate hoax, which I don't think it would be. It would be a
A lot of effort to actually hoax something
Yeah.
like that.
It would
and
be
I
like
don't, think, I don't think
operation.
someone would have the motivation just to do that. Who knows though?
Exactly.
You would be surprised.
Well, yeah, you wouldn't be
I'm
surprised.
not fucking surprised. I'm not in the slightest. But I don't think someone would have the motivation to do that against Emil. But to echo a sentiment, Slug said on the shit show stream that was epic a few months ago. I think his time in the public is gone, and he just needs to leave the internet permanently. I think for that actions, it's not something that you can come back from, and I think he come back from and just say, hey, it is hey, I moved on, I've changed. It's something that I don't think he should be a public figure anymore. I think he should just retreat into private life, get a nice quiet job that doesn't have anything, and just live out in obscurity, because he has destroyed his legacy and he's not going to be able to rebuild it. And
Delta?
no one, and I don't
Or-
think anyone would, like very many people aside from the ride or die would want to see him do it. I just think for his own sake he should get off the internet, the public facing internet, and just not look back.
Honestly, like in that respect, I definitely agree that honestly, yeah, like he already had a really long run on YouTube as a popular figure.
Yeah.
So honestly, like having all of this come to light and having everyone speak out against him, this truly is the sign that, yeah, I agree, he should get off the internet.
I mean,
That's-
sorry to interrupt. It's not if it was just him being a creepy foot fetishist, then it would be different. But the
Yeah.
fact he was
outright role-playing with a 15-year-old.
he engaged in pedophilia. He's done, in my opinion. And
Yeah. I agree. I agree personally.
And for that, I would agree. But again, the only reason I can see him coming back is that's not our choice.
Yeah,
Of
it's
course
not our
it's not.
choice. It's his choice, but I don't think he should come back for his own sake rather than for anyone.
I agree with the whole thing with Lolly. I don't think he should come back. And my statement towards Emil was towards him, not anyone else.
Yeah,
that was
yeah,
towards
no, I get
him.
it.
I
I get
don't
where you're
hear
coming
it.
from.
But in case some magical reason he does, and I don't think he will, but it's just in case for the magical reason he does. But because of the whole thing with Lolly, I don't think that he should return, in all honesty. I have since unfollowed everything that he has since the allegations with Missy came out. Because Missy, I actually really enjoyed. I really enjoy the art that she does. I enjoyed her videos, and I actually thought that her and Emil were still friends. And then that came out, and that hurt me really, really badly, because I thought that Emil and Missy were best friends.
I mean, even if that was and I get where you're coming from, but if that was the extent of it, even then it wouldn't be unforgivable.
Yeah, even to
Correct.
that extent, it wouldn't be unforgivable. But then the whole Lolly stuff comes out, and it's like, oh no.
Yeah,
Like-
you can't come back from that.
Yeah, you can't. You cannot come back from that.
You can
As
try.
much
Reputation.
as fucking Mini Lad does YouTube still, as much as he thinks it, you can come back for that? No, you can't.
No. In the comments of all of his videos, you just get people referencing those conversations even to this day.
Yeah.
Which
Yep.
is sad, but, well,
He did
it's his doing.
and
I
he
guess
did it
it's
to
not
himself.
sad.
He reaped
He
what
did
he
it to
sowed.
himself.
Mhm.
No, it isn't sad. He did it to himself.
Yeah, he did it to himself, really.
Yeah, he reaped what he sowed.
So, In all honesty,
and I can understand how you feel with this, Dr. R, because Minilad was someone I watched, and to see
I didn't
this
watch
happen.
Minilad. I just watched Vanoss.
Yeah, well, I liked Minilad's content, and then he was exposed for grooming. So, and it was
Yeah, and then I had a zero tolerance policy for that bitch.
yeah.
Mhm.
Either way, though, that's that. I think we've all said our piece on the situation.
Yeah.
So before we go off, do we disclose
Yeah.
what happened?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Delta.
just
Yes. Okay. All right.
I want
So
Delta to speak about this.
yeah, I'll do this. All right. Okay. So, so you guys remember when we covered on our show someone named Hunter or Sonic Fan 2002 or whatever? Basically back then he was just kind of this like cringy 20-something-year-old. Well, I have extremely unfortunate news. We found out that not too long ago, he was shot and murdered by his mother's ex, and he has passed away.
like I said,
And I'm going to say something here for the chat. I get it. We cover people who we find cringy on this show.
or detestable.
Hunter,
Or detestable.
yeah, or detestable. And Hunter was one of those people. We made fun of him for saying brother all the time. We made fun of him for the way that he spoke and how he was weird with Neko and all that stuff. But
And how he did try to ask out a 15-year-old.
Yeah, he tried. He did try to
that,
ask out a
that I
15-year-old.
really didn't like about him. But nobody, and I mean nobody, deserves to be murdered or killed.
My thoughts exactly. No, like
I can disagree when it comes to like actual fucking like pedophiles, but I think Hunter Hogan clearly wasn't there.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
wasn't all there, and really, he didn't
And-
deserve this.
He didn't deserve to die. And from what I've seen with ballistics gel testing, a bullet, no matter the bullet, it could be a 22, it could be a 50 BMG. It's one of the most worst ways to perish. If any way, no way to die is good, but bullet is one of the absolute most painful and could possibly be slow ways to go.
Depending on
Yeah.
where it hits, but yes, it is very painful.
So, for as much as we clowned on Hunter, for as much as I said, when Eggman Mania runs all over you, the man didn't deserve to die.
Yeah,
Not
no,
like that.
definitely.
Not
He
at
did
all.
not deserve to die. Yeah, so, yeah. Rest in peace, Hunter. He's most definitely in a better
Hopefully-
place now.
Either
Nobody
way,
can hurt him anymore, and hopefully God will take good care of him. as he does everyone who's dead.
hopefully, and he can't hurt anyone else. So that's a good thing as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, anyways, I think...
Either
I think
way, that's been
yeah.
the show.
Yeah, that concludes the
That's
stream.
the show, everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, this part will be stitched to the other part.
Yeah, we'll
when it
ditch
gets...
it to the other one because the stream
Yeah,
had
yeah.
to.
The stream
scuffed
got
on
very scuffed there, so I'll stitch it to the other thing. But yeah, I've been Delta 225.
I've been Inconspicuous Pineapple.
And I have been Dr. R.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.